Last week, I read 3 books with the Macmillan readers from the Macmillan Reader series there, and it's all elementary level. This week, I'm going to read about this one, Dawson Creek, Long Hot Summer, and it's about a note about this story. A note about this story: the people in this story, the picture dictionary, summer plans, a new girl in town, he's gorgeous at the pool, a wonderful idea. Pacey mistake. Has Pacey learned his lessons? Summertime sadness rescue. Point for understanding. Okay. A note about this story. It's not a Kevin, it's a Kevin. Williamson is a screenplay writer and a producer and a director of movies. He was born on March 14, 1965. Grew up in New Bern, a small town in the state of North Carolina in the east of the USA. Kevin, I think it's a Kevin. Kevin loved movies and his favorite director was Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg is very famous for E.T. movies and other very good ones movie, very famous one. Kevin studied theater and film at East Carolina University. In 1987, he left New Bern and went to New York. He wanted to become an actor. When he went to Los Angeles a few years later, he worked as an assistant to the director of music video. Kevin studied scripts writing and wrote screenplays for movies. The first successful movie that he wrote was Scream. Oh, scary movie, 1996. Paul Stupin, I think it's Stupin. I don't know how to pronounce people's name. Worked for Columbia TriStar Television. He read the screenplay for Scream and he liked it. He asked Kevin to write a TV show. Kevin thought about his life in his small hometown and he wrote the story of Dawson's Creek. The first episode of the show was made in 1997. Paul Stupin was the executive producer of the Dawson Creek. Kevin wrote the screenplays for the movie Scream 2, 1997. I Know What You Did Last Summer, 1997, and the Faculty, 1998. He wrote and directed the movie Teaching Mrs. Tingle, 1999, and he produced the movie Scream 3 in 2000. The story of Dawson Creek takes place in a small town in the state of Massachusetts, in the northeast of the United States. The small towns and villages on the East Coast have many visitors during the summer months. The tourists go fishing and they visit the restaurants. They play water sports on the sea and on the small river, the creeks, in the area. Dawson Creek is based on Kevin Wilson's own life when he was a teenager. He called the town in his story Capside. The characters of Dawson and Joey are based on Kevin himself and his best friend Fanny Norwood. K.S. Roderick, I think it's a Roderick, I don't know, has written books about televisions about people in the movie industry. She lives in the New York City. Script. Definition of script. The words of the movie that actor have to speak. Screenplay. The script of a movie that includes all the important information for everyone who is making the movie. For example, there are instructions for the actors, cameraman, and a film technician. There are descriptions of where the screens take place. Director, the person who gives instruction to everyone as a screen is filmed. The director also decides how the movie is edited before it was shown to audiences. Producer, the person who is responsible for getting money to make a movie. The people in this story: Dawson Leary, age 15, hair blonde, eyes light brown, a student at the Capside High School. Family: Father, Mr. Mitchell Lee, I think it is Leary, an architect. Mother, Mrs. Gail Leary, a news presenter at the TV stations. Josephine Potter, 15, hair long, dark brown, eyes brown, a student at Kasai High School. Family, father, mother, Mr. Mike Potter, Lily Potter. Oh, Mike Potter is in jail. Lily Potter died, so she's an orphan. Sister, Bessie and her boyfriend, Bodie, walk in a ice house cafe. Nephew, Alexander, Bessie and a Bodie's son. Pacey Witter, age 15. Oh my God, they're so young. Not even an adult. Under 18. Hair dark brown, a student at the Capside High School. Family, Mr. John Witter, Capside Chief Police Officer. Oh, someone is going to relate it, connecting to this and this. Mr. Mary Wright Witter. Brother, Rob. Capside Deputy Police Officer, Sister 3. Jennifer or Jen Lindy. Age 15, blonde. Okay, blue. Eye is blue. The student at the Capside High School. Mr. Theodore Lindy live in New York. Helen Lindy live in New York. Grandmother Grams. Evelyn Ryan. Grandfather Grams. Yeah, Grams. This is Grams. Joseph Ryan. Jeremy Fields, 17, brown. He is a visitor to Capside. Billingsley, 18, hair long red blonde. Okay, very unique. Green, Australian. She is a nanny who works for Mr. and Mrs. Barkley. She looks after their twins baby. Clarissa Cumming. Age, she lives in the house next to the Potters. Tim, he is a lifeguard instructor. So what is this all about? This is the picture dictionary for the kids to remember. Creek, there is a river, very shallow and a very not wide. Also, it's a creek. Sometime in summer, the water in creeks can be dry also. Dock, riverboat, or viewfinder, video camera, case, videotape, virtual pet, manual. And here, volleyball, net, swimsuit, swim shorts, basketball, baby carriage, bike, light wire. Summer plans. Okay. The Capside Connections. Scene 14. Scene 14. Exterior, the creek day. The frightened girls run to walk the dog. The killer follow her. Oh my God. He is wearing a long black coat and a white hat. The hat covers the top part of his face. The girl has to escape, but she is trapped on the wooden dock now, and the killer is getting closer. The pretty teenager is the only person who knows everything about the gang of criminals, the Capside Connection. If they kill her now, nobody will ever know the truth. She has to escape, but how? The girl looks around her. She saw the rowboat, which is tied to the end of the dock. This is the only boat that she can see. If she can get away in it, the killer won't be able to follow her. But she needs a pair of oars to row the boat. She sees a pair of oars lying on the dock. She grabs them and as she ran, she jumped into a little boat and as she untied the rope that hold it to the dock. She put the oars onto the sides of the boat and at the end of the oars into the creek and then rowed away from the dock. She pulled hard on the handle of the oars. The killer lifted his gun and shoots at her. The bullets strike the water around the boat, but they didn't hit the girl. as she gets farther from the shore. The girl shouts to the killer. The girl's shouting, "Why does your boss hire killers who can't shoot straight?" "That's great," Dawson Larry called out. "Okay, we can stop now." Dawson was holding his video camera up to his face. He was still looking through the finder of the camera as she shouted. He was still looking at his friend Joey Porter and as he rolled the boat out into the creek. Then he pushed the button on the camera and the scene in the viewfinder faded to darkness. "That was great," he said. But he didn't finish the sentence. He took a step backward and fell off the side of the dock into the creek. When the young man had came out of the water a few seconds later, he half laughed around him. He pushed his wet blonde hair away from his eyes. Joey was laughing, and Pacey Witter was laughing too. Pacey, the killer, was standing at the end of the dock. As he laughed, he was throwing the toy gun into the air and catching it. "That was excellent, Dawson. How did you do that?" Pacey called to his friend. "You should be in the movies." Another of the Pacey jokes. Pacey always make jokes. Movie were Dawson's biggest interest in life. His mother worked at the local television stations. She was a news presenter there, and his father was an architect. He designed hotels and stores. But Dawson has always wanted to be a movie director. His favorite director was Steven Spielberg. Dawson took film classes at school during vacations and on weekends. He worked at the video rental store in Capside. He worked there because the owner let him take movies home every night. And this year, he has started making his own movies. Pacey worked at the store too, but he did not let movie fill his whole life. Only Dawson did that. Dawson swam to the side of the dock. He passed the video camera up to Pacey. But now, Joey had rolled the boat back to the dock. Suddenly, she stopped laughing. "Do we have to add that scene again?" she asked. "No, it's okay," Dawson replied. "This camera is waterproof. The film won't be damaged." And that was the last scene in the movie. My friends, the Capside connection is finished. "Great!" shouted Pacey. "Now we can start our summer vacation," and he jumped into the creek next to Dawson. "Don't sit there in that boat, Joey," Dawson said to the girl with the lovely, long, thick brown hair. "You're too dry. It's time to get wet now." "I'm okay here. I like being dry," Joey answered. Dawson looked at Pacey. The two boys smiled. They were good friends. They'd been good friends for a long time. Now they understood each other without speaking. Suddenly they both grabbed one out of the little rowboat and lifted it. Joey held the side of the boat. "No, no," she screamed. A moment later, she was in the water beside them. "This is a war," she shouted. "You two behave like little kids. When are you going to grow up?" But they were all 15 years old. There was plenty of time for them to grow up, and it was summertime in the beautiful little town of the Capside. A moment later, the three of them were splashing each other with water and pushing each other's head under the surface. "Aren't you making your movies today?" asked a voice. "Nobody told me about swimming in the creek." The voice came from the end of the dock. The three friends looked up. Jen Lindley was standing there, smiling at them. "Oh, why did she come?" Joey asked quietly. "Don't say that," Dawson said to her. He spoke quietly too. "Please be nice to Jen." Joey always tried to be nice to Jen, but it wasn't easy for her. Jen was 15 too, but she was a girl who had lived in New York City nearly all her life. She seemed much older than the three friends who has always lived in Capside. That made Joey feel bad. Early in the year, Jen was right in this little town by the sea. She had made some bad friends in New York and have gotten into trouble, so she had to come to stay in Capside with her grandparents. Antoine Dawson had first seen the beautiful blonde girl from the city. He had fallen in love with her. This was finished now. That was finished now. Joey knew that, but she couldn't really like Jen. Joey had always loved Dawson. They were best friends. When they were young, they had loved him like a brother. But now she was 15. She had started to love him in a different way. Love has changed. It was stronger. She no longer loved Dawson like a brother. And early this year, she had finally understood something about him. Dawson still loved Joey as a friend. She was like a sister to him. He didn't love her in the same way that she loved him. The three teenagers in the creek had stopped splashing water on each other. They had stopped loving. Dawson looked at Jen. He looked at Joey. Life was so difficult sometimes. For a while, Dawson and Jen had been really close. He had loved her. She was the first girl that he had fallen in love with. But now Jen was just his friend, and Joey has always been Dawson's friend. She had spent a lot of time in his house from the time when they were young children. She had often stayed in his room at night when they were younger. They had slept in the same bed just as friends, but now Joey wanted something else. She wanted Dawson to love her as a woman, not as a sister. Joey wanted him to love her like he had loved Jen. And he remembered an evening a few weeks before when he had kissed Joey. For a moment, everything has changed. What did he really want? Pacey looked at the other three. He wanted to end this silence. Take off all your clothes, Jen, he said. Jump in here with us. Pacey always said crazy things at the wrong time. Thank you, Pacey, but I keep my clothes on, Jen said. She laughed. That's a new idea for her, said Joey quietly. As soon as she had said it, she was sorry. Dawson put his hand on Joey's head and pushed her under the water. A moment later, her heart came up again. She splashed water from her mouth. What's your problem, Dawson? She asked angrily. Dawson, Larry, I don't know, didn't answer. He didn't know what his problem was. Later that afternoon, the four young friends were on the wooden dock by the creek. They had been there for several hours, enjoying the hot sun. Joey looked at her watch. It was nearly 4 o'clock. She was surprised. The afternoon had passed quickly. I have to go to work, she said, standing up. You lazy people can stay here all day, but I can't. Joey worked at the Ice House, a cafe in the town. The Potter family owned the cafe. Joey's sister Bessie and her sister boyfriend Buddy worked there too. The three of them took care of the cafe. It was hard work, and then Joey had to be there soon. But first, he had to go home. He had to change her clothes before she went to work. Hey, we aren't lazy, Dawson said. This summer, Pacey and I will have to work very hard at screenplay video. You will have to work hard at screenplay video, Dawson, Pacey said. I don't work at the store anymore. Dawson looked at his friend. Why not? He asked him. I have better things to do, Pacey replied. What thing? Well, looking at the beautiful woman in swimsuit, saving lovely girls from death, that kind of thing, Pacey said lazily. I'm going to learn to be a lifeguard. Jen started laughing. What? Why is that funny? Pacey asked. Well, that's what I'm going to do this summer too, Jen replied. Are you joining the lifeguarding course at the town pool tomorrow morning? The class starts at 7:30 in the morning. You know that, didn't you? Yes, I know that, Pacey replied. 7:30 at the pool? Does the class start as early as that? Okay. I'll see you there, Jen. Dawson looked up at Joey. And I see you on Friday, Joey, he told her. We spend the day together at the beach. Okay, that will be fun, she replied. Joey jumped down into her rowboat. She lived on the other side of the creek. Rowing across the creek was her quickest way to get home. As she rowed, she was thinking, Jen is going to be busy with a lifeguarding course this vacation, she said to herself. That's good. It's going to be a long, hot summer. If Jen isn't with Dawson every day, maybe he spend more time with me. He spent some more time with me. Maybe he'd be my best friend again. The new girl in town. That evening, Dawson was sitting by the side of the creek. He loved sitting outside in the evenings, while the sun went down in the sky. He was thinking. He was a little sad about Pacey leaving his job at the video store. Pacey was a good friend, and friendships with guys were so much easier than the friendships with girls. Friendships with girls whose name begin with the letter J are especially difficult. He said to himself, I need to find a new friend this summer. Dawson still had his video camera with him. He held it up to his face, and he looked through the viewfinder. He looked at the houses next to the creek. He looked at Jen's grandmother's house. Then he looked at Barclay's house. The Barclays live 2 houses from Jen. They have 2 young babies who has been born at the same time, twins. As Dawson watched, he had a noise. It was the sound of a door opening and then closing. Someone was coming out from the Barclays house. A moment later, Dawson was looking at a girl. He could see her clearly in the camera viewfinder. She was about the same age as he was, or maybe a little older. Her red blonde hair was longer than Joey, and she was beautiful. And there's a new girl in town, he thought. Tomorrow I find out who she is, and maybe she'll be my new friend. Early the next morning, Jen was looking out of the window of her bedroom. She saw Pacey coming towards the house. He was carrying 2 cups of hot coffee. Jen ran downstairs and joined him in the street. We walked to the pool together, Pacey said. I got you some coffee. Jen drank some coffee from the cup. This is great, she said. It's the kind of coffee I like best. How did you know that? Well, Dawson told me, Pacey said. He smiled. Dawson used to think about you all the time, you remember, and I'm happy. Jen said, Thanks, Pacey, but I don't want to talk about Dawson anymore. Okay, Pacey replied, let's forget about him. As they walked toward the town pool, Jen was thinking about her life. I want a peaceful vacation this summer. She told herself, I don't want any boyfriends. I don't want to make anyone unhappy. I just want a peaceful, happy vacations. At the same time, Joey was saying goodbye to her sister. Bessie was going to work. This morning, Joey had to look after her sister baby son, Alexander. Life was difficult for Joey and her sister. Their mother was dead and their father was in jail. Bessie and her boyfriend, Buddy, lived in a family house with Joey. They were good people and they tried to take care of Joey, but they all have to work hard. Some of the neighbors said unkind things about Bessie and Buddy and Alexander. They said unkind things about Bessie and Buddy were married. One married. And because Buddy was black people, whatever, they are human beings. Why the people view black people as a different person? I don't know. There weren't many African Americans in a campsite. Some of the older people there didn't understand why Bessie and Buddy loved each other. When Bessie left the house, Joey took Alexander out into the yard. After a few minutes, she heard someone calling her. Her 8-year-old neighbor came into the yard. Clarissa Cumming was a beautiful little girl and she loved Joey. Joey, will you do something for me? Clarissa asked. My family and I are leaving town tomorrow. We're going to Europe for our vacation. Will you take care of my part when I'm away? Oh no, Joey thought. I have to spend more of my summer vacation working at the cafe or taking care of Alexander. I can take care of a pet too. But before Joey could speak, Clarissa went on. His name was Howard, she said. He's not an animal. He's a virtual pet. Oh my God. Clarissa gave Howard to Joey. Howard was made of pink plastic and he looked like an egg. On the front of the egg, there was a small video screen. Well, taking care of Howard won't be difficult, thought Joey. Then Clarissa put a book into Joey's other hand. That's Howard's manual. It tells you how to look after him, the little girl said. It's very important. If you don't read every page, you do something wrong. If you do something wrong, Howard will die. The little girl is so cute. At the pool, Pacey was not enjoying the lifeguarding class. When he first arrived, he looked around at the other students. There were some good-looking girls in the class. There was one with lovely red hair. There were two very pretty blonde girls who were twins. Pacey wanted to make friends with all the girls, and at first he was happy because none of the other male students were very handsome. But then the instructor had arrived. He was a handsome middle-aged man. His body was suntan and muscular. All the girls looked at him and smiled. The instructor blew a whistle loudly. Listen to me, he shouted. My name is Tim. I'm going to teach you to be like gods. It will be hard work. You have to be serious about lifeguarding. Anyone who has joined the class to look at girls in swimsuits must leave now. And any girl who have come here to find a boyfriend must leave now. We're here to protect the people of the campsite and the visitor of the town. We're here to save them from danger. Do you all understand? After that, all the students have to take a test. Each of them had to swim 500 yards. Then each of them have to dive down to the bottom of the pool, pick up a heavy stone and bring it to the instructor. Several people failed these tests. They have to leave the class immediately. When the class finished at 12 noon, Tim spoke to the students again. On the other day, we walk for much longer, he told them, and the walk will be harder each day. Then he gave each of them a book. This is your lifeguarding manual, he said. Read the first chapter this afternoon. Tomorrow I give you a test on it. Oh my God. Very practical instructor. Dawson was born at the video store. Pacey wasn't there, and only a few customers have come to the store during the morning. Dawson had nobody to talk to, so he was reading. He looked up when he heard the door open. The person who entered the shop was a lovely girl who he had seen the evening before. She had a baby carriage with her. The Barclays baby was lying inside it. Hi, the girl said. Her voice was unusual. She didn't speak with an American accent. I want to rent a video for this evening. Hi, Dawson replied. Are those the Barclays? New twins. Yes, that's right, the girl said. I take care of them when the Barclays aren't at home. I'm the children's nanny. My name is Shirley Billingsley. I can't believe it. I'm so bad at pronouncing the names of the people. Okay, I'm Dawson Larry. Dawson said, welcome to Capside. You're not American, are you? Where are you from? Thanks for the welcome, Dawson. I'm from Australia, the girl said. Now, for this evening, I want to rent a film that's fun. I don't want a horror film or the film that's too serious. I want something to laugh at. I find you a good one, Dawson told her, and he started to look through the shelf of the videos. But after a moment, one of the twins started to cry. Then the other one started to cry too. I'm sorry about this. I need to take these babies home and feed them. I come back for the video later. I've got a better idea, Dawson said. I choose the movie for you and I bring it to your house this evening. I bring it when I finish work. A minute later, Dawson watched the girl leave the shop. Yes, she's the answer to my problem. He told himself, I don't know that girl name. It's beautiful and she's friendly. And her name doesn't begin with J. It's going to be a great summer. Dawson is in love with the girl. That afternoon, Pacey was at home trying to read the lifeguarding manual. It was a long book. There was lots of things to learn. But Pacey didn't want to stay in the house reading. The first chapter of the manual was about the kind of person lifeguard must be. It was about the serious attitude that a lifeguard must have. Attitude means စိတ်နေစိတ်သဘောထားသူ့ရဲ့အသက်ကယ်မဲ့လူရဲ့ I don't need to learn this, Pacey told himself. This chapter won't help me save anybody's life, and it's really boring. I be good when we have to save people. I know that. I'll be great at the pool tomorrow. All the girls will want me to rescue them. A few minutes later, he was outside in the yard, playing basketball with his brother. When Dawson finished his walk at screenplay video at 6 o'clock, he was feeling excited. Quickly, he chose 3 movies for the girl. He was going to pay the rental charge himself, but he wasn't going to tell the girl that. When she opened the door of the Barclays house a few minutes later, he gave her the video. Hi, these are a gift from the store, he said. They're a gift to welcome you to Capside. You don't have to pay the rental charge for them. Mr. Barclay was standing behind her. She invited Dawson into the house. My wife and I are going on a trip for a week, Mr. Barclay said. We're going to leave soon. She will stay here with the twins. Please stay as long as you want this evening. I'm happy that she have found a friend on the campsite already. Dawson sat next to her when she fed the twins. When they started to cry, she sang to them. You're really good with those kids, Dawson told her. You're really great with them. Tell me something. Why did you decide to come to Capside? Why did you choose the little town to walk in? Well, I really love kids, the Australian girl replied. When I saw an advertisement for this job in the newspaper, I have to come here. But where did you see the advertisement? Dawson asked. Did you come here straight from Australia? No. I stayed in Boston for a while before I came here. I saw the advertisement in the newspaper there. Boston is a great place, Dawson said. Did you have fun there? Yes. Then she changed the subject quickly. Hey Dawson, will you stay and watch one of the films with me this evening? I can't go out again, and it will be good to talk to someone. She doesn't want to talk about Boston. That's okay, she smiled at the pretty Australian. Yes, I really like to watch some movie with you, he said. Movies are great. Movies are my life. You love the one that I brought for you. The 2 young people watched one of the movie. Then she put the twins in their bed. Dawson helped her. After that, they talked for a while. They talked about the movie that Dawson had made. She was very interested. Dawson was sad when it was time to leave. She's a great girl, he told himself as he walked home. She's intelligent and beautiful. She's easy to talk to, and she's a great nanny. She's wonderful with those little twins. I really want to know her better. He's gorgeous. It was Friday morning. Joey was sitting on the grass beside the beach, reading a magazine. She had a problem. She wasn't happy. Her problem was lying next to her. Dawson was like a stranger this morning. The 2 of them had known each other all their life, But today Dawson was like somebody she had met for the first time. Somebody who wasn't really interested in her. When Dawson had come to her house that morning, he played with his sister baby, but he didn't talk to Joey herself. When Alexander started to cry, Dawson had said something strange. "Why don't you sing to him?" Dawson had asked her. "That's what the professional nannies do, Dad." "Why is he talking about professional nannies?" Joey had asked herself. "I'm not a nanny. I'm someone who's trying to help her sister." But later, as they walked to the beach, he had started to understand. Dawson had talked all the time about the wonderful Australian girl, the girl who taking care of the Barclays twins. The girls would be great in the movie. I don't know. Vice is wonderful and her face is perfect, he told his best friend. And she's good with those twins. She's only 3 years older than we are, but she knows everything about babies. You could learn a lot from her by taking care of babies. Then you could help Bessie more. Joey didn't want to hear any more about Dawson's new friend. She looked around her. She saw some teenager putting up a net farther along the beach. When they had fixed the net, they started a game of volleyball. There were girls and guys like Dawson and Hafsel, but they were having fun. "I'm going to watch the volleyball game," she told Dawson quickly. She put Clarissa's virtual pet on the ground next to him. "You can look after Howard for me, Dawson." Joey walked away along the beach. She sat down on the sand, close to the people who were playing volleyball. She tried to think about the game, but she couldn't forget Dawson's words. She was often angry when Bessie asked her to take care of Alexander. That was true. Maybe I could help Bessie more, she thought. I could spend more time with Alexander. Then Bessie and Bodhi could do more things together. But I must have a life too. And I don't need an Australian to tell me about babies. At that moment, one of the female volleyball players ran over to her. The girl was breathing quickly. "I'm tired," the girl said. "Do you want to play in the game instead of me?" "Okay," Joey replied. She got up and joined the other volleyball players. Maybe some first exercise would be good for me, Joey thought. Maybe it would stop me thinking about my problems. Soon she was hitting the ball over the net with all her strength. She thought about Dawson Larry had in place of the ball, and soon she was feeling better. One of the players on the other side of the net was a handsome young guy. He had blonde hair, blue eyes, and a muscular suntan chest. He was wearing blue swim shorts with a bright yellow pattern, a pattern of flower. "He's cute," Joey said to herself. "The shorts are a little strange, but he's really cute. In fact, he's gorgeous." He looked again. The handsome young guy was looking back at her. He was smiling. When the game was finished, Joey walked back to the place where she had been lying with Dawson. Dawson wasn't there. He had gone to swim in the sea. Joey lay down on the grass and closed her eyes. A few minutes later, she was almost asleep. She could hear some people laughing and shouting, but they weren't very near her. Then she heard a sound that was right by her side. It was Howard. He was making a loud, high song. "Bee, bee, bee." Joey picked up the virtual pet and looked at its screen. There were some shades on the screen, but Joey didn't understand their message. One of the shades looked like dark, and it was flashing. It was there for a second, then it's gone for a second, and it was back. Howard was trying to tell her something, but what was he trying to tell her? She started pulling everything out of her bag. She had to find Howard's manual. The next moment, the cute young man from the volleyball game came over to her. "Let me show you what to do," he said. "That would be easier than looking in the manual." Joey gave him the toy he called Howard. She told him, Ah, the picture of the duck is flashing. That means I will have used the balloon. You press the button. When you do that, you clean up the mess. The young man pressed one of the buttons on the toy and the peeping song stopped. Then he smiled and gave Howard back to Joey. My name is Jeremy, he said. Jeremy Fields. I'm Joey Potter. How do you know much about virtual pets? Well, my younger brother has 5 or 6 of them, Jeremy said. Sometimes I take care of them for him. Do you live in this town? Or are you here for a vacation? I live here. I was born here. But you must be a visitor. That's right, said Jeremy. I'm from New Hampshire. Then he saw Dawson walking towards them. I better go. Now, he said, your boyfriend is coming back. Suddenly, Joey didn't want Jeremy to walk out of her line. Oh, he's not my boyfriend, she said quickly. He's someone who I have known all my life, but he's not my boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend right now. Well, maybe you'd like to come to a movie with me tonight, Jeremy said. Yes, I like that, Jeremy. Joey replied. I have to work this afternoon and evening, but I finish work at 9 o'clock. Okay, that will be great, said Jeremy. At that moment, Dawson arrived and sat down. Jeremy tried to be friendly with him, but Dawson was angry and unfriendly. Jeremy started to leave. Where shall I meet you tonight? He asked Joey. She told him how to get to the ice house. Okay, I see you there at 9, he said. Then he walked back toward his friend. Who was the guy with the strange swim shot? Dawson asked Joey when they were alone. Jeremy Fields, Joey said. She held up Clarissa virtual pet. He's nice. He helped me with this stupid boy. A toy. You just met him half an hour ago, said Dawson. He's a stranger, and are you going out with him tonight? Are you crazy? Maybe he's a murderer. What is your problem? I'm going to meet Jelly tonight. Don't worry about me, Dawson, Joey said. Jeremy is cute, and he won't be a stranger for long. Early that same Friday morning, Jen was waiting outside her house. She was waiting for Pacey. The two teenagers had decided to walk to the lifeguarding class together each morning. When Pacey arrived, he had brought Jen a cup of coffee again. Jen had not lived in Capside for very long. Until now, she had only met Patsy with Dawson. Jen was seeing Patsy alone now. She was pleased about that. She wanted to know him better. She needed real friends. For a few weeks, Jen had been Dawson's girlfriend. Then their short relation had ended. Dawson had found it easy to be her friends after all. And Joey still didn't really like Jen because Joey loved Dawson. Joey had been jealous about Dawson's relationship with Jen. As Pacey and Jen walked to the pool, Pacey made her laugh. He told jokes and he imitated the instructor's ways of speaking. If anyone here cannot be strong and angry, he or she can leave the class now. Anyone who is afraid to get wet, leave now, Pacey shouted. Jen laughed. Maybe Tim was in the army before he became a lifeguard instructor, she said. They arrived at the pool a few seconds before the class began. It was lucky because Tim started to behave in a way that made them laugh. Jen and Pacey tried not to laugh. Pacey did not succeed. Tim looked at him angrily. If you have come here to laugh, you can leave the class now, Witter, he shouted. A lifeguard must be serious at all times. After that, Tim told them more about their course. When you've been in this class for a few weeks, you take another course. The instructor said, that will be your course in the cardiopulmonary resuscitation CPR. Your lung resuscitations. You learn how to start somebody's heart and they are breathing if they have stopped. If you pass that course and you will pass all the tasks in this course. And you get your lifeguarding certificate. He looked at Pacey. If you pass the test, Tim repeated, but the summer will be almost finished by that time. Pacey said, yes, that's right, said Tim. For the rest of the summer, each of you will help one of the lifeguards who is already trained. Then next summer, you'll be fully trained lifeguard yourself. Pacey was angry. His thought about giving mouth to resuscitation is to very beautiful girls in a small swimsuit disappear. But then he looked around the class at the other students. He looked at the pretty brown twins. He looked at the girl with a lovely red head. Well, perhaps this class is okay, he told himself. When the lesson stopped at the lunchtime, Jen wanted to ask Pacey to share some lunch with her, but she saw him leave the pool with the blonde twins. My motorbike is being repaired, he was telling the girls. I usually go around on that. 2 of my friends are film stars. They work in a Hollywood and they have few fast sport cars, but when my friends come here, they all ride motorcycles. Pacey doesn't have a motorcycle, Jen thought. He's a fool. He thinks this girl will only like me for the thing I own and the people who I know. That's so stupid. People would like Pacey if he happy to be himself. But Pacey doesn't understand that. He tried too hard to make people like him, especially girls. That morning, class has been tested on the first chapter of lifeguarding manual. Pacey had done badly on the test. Jen hadn't understood why the chapter had only taken 20 minutes to read and the test has been easy. But perhaps Pacey had only come to the class to meet girls, she thought. That afternoon, Joey felt happy as she walked at the ice house. She smiled at all the customers in the cafe. She was really excited about her evening with Jeremy. I can't take care of Alexander tonight, she told her sister when she arrived at the cafe. I'm going on a date. I'm going to a movie with a boy who I met at the beach. She'd been worried about telling her sister about the date. But Bessie wasn't angry. He was happy for Joey and so was Blondie. He's a lucky boy, Bessie said. What's his name? His name Jeremy. I'm going to take shower now. My baby just pause a moment and my baby is going to be here. The class is going to be over soon. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's the time now? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Let's close it a little bit for a moment. ကဲအောက်မှာဘာတွေလုံနေလဲမသိဘူးဒုံဒုံဒိုင်းဒိုင်းနဲ့လုံနေပြန်ပြီအပေါ်ကလောက်တာမသိဘူးဝဲရလို့ချင်တာ 85နှစ်ကျော်ပြီဆိုတော့အောက်ကနေလုံနေအပေါ်ကနေလုံနေနေလုံးနေတယ်ဘာလဲလုံးနေလဲမသိတုံးတုံးတတိုင်းတိုင်းနဲ့ပဲ你စိတ်မချနေတဲ့ဟာနဲ့ကွာမမအဲ့တသားတွေကဘာဖြစ်လို့ယူထားရလဲဘာတသားတွေယူရလဲဟာအဲ့လမ်းမေးကြပါအဲ့ဒါအရင်တော့မရှိဘူးလေဟုတ်တယ်လေအခုဘသူထည့်ထားရလဲဘာအတွက်လဲဘာအတွက်လဲကိုရဟာရပြည့်ပြီလို့ဟမ်အဲ့လွတ်ပြလိုက်လေဘာဖြစ်လို့ထည့်ထားရလဲအဲ့တခိုးတွေကတ်တယ်လေအဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြဒီလမ်းကြအများနဲ့တခိုးကတ်တယ်တခိုးကတ်တာကိုဟိုမမြင်ရအောင်လို့အဲ့မှာအဲ့ဒါနဲ့ဟိုဥစားပြန်ပြီးတော့ထားပြန်ပြီမိပါတယ်တခိုးတွေအများနဲ့ဝင်တဲ့အဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြလေးကိုအမိုက်ဆိုတာပြစ်လို့ရတယ်မပြစ်ပဲနဲ့တမင်တကာအဲ့ဒါမှာအကာအကွယ်ပေးပြီးတော့ထားတာဘာလို့အောင်မလဲမသိဘူးအဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြားမှာလေတခိုးလက်ကတ်တယ်ဆေးသမားတွေလည်းလာတယ်အဲ့ဒါသူကိုယ်တိုင်ပြောတာကျမလည်းအဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြားထဲမှာဆေးတယ်ဆေးထိုးအပ်တယ်အများကြီးတွေ့တယ်ရှင်းရတယ်ခဏခဏပဲအဲ့ဒါတခိုးအဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြားကတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကိုပို့ပြီးကတ်အောင်လို့အပြင်ကိုလွတ်ပစ်လိုက်လို့ရတယ်လွတ်ဟိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုအမိုက်ကနဲ့တင်ပေးလို့ရမယ်တင်ပေးကိုအဲ့ထဲကိုထိုးထည့်ထားတယ်တကူးတက်ကလေတခိုးကတ်လို့မရအောင်ကတ်လို့ရအောင်လို့တမင်တကာကိုလှုပ်ထားတိုင်းပဲပြောတာအဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြောင်းမှာတဲ့ဆေးသမားတွေရှိတယ်မမလို့အပ်တွေအများကြီးပဲတွေ့တယ်လို့ပြောတော့အဲ့ဒါဆေးသမားတွေလာအိတ်တယ်တဲ့စပယ်ရှယ်ဆေးသမားတွေလာပြီးတော့ဟိုလူမမြင်အောင်လို့အဲ့မှာကာပေးထားလွတ်ပြလို့ရတဲ့အဆုပ်ကိုမလွတ်ပြဘူးဒီတိုင်းထား ဘာလာလောက်အောင်လဲမသိအဲ့မှာတခိုးကအောင်လို့လူ2ယောက်နေလို့ရအောင်လို့ပြလှုပ်ထားပေးရဲ့အော်ဒီလိုမိဘမျိုးတခိုးမကအောင်လို့ special ရှင်းထားတဲ့သားသမီးကခါပြန်ပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒီဂျားထဲမှာအကုန်လုံးရှိသမျှအမိုက်ဆုပ်တွေလာထည့်ပြီးတော့အဲ့မှာတခိုးတွေပေးလာအောင်မှာအမိုက်ကမလာသေးဘူးအိမ်ရှိမှာအမိုက်ပြင်းမဲ့ဟိုးစားအမိုက်သွန်မဲ့လူတွေအများကြီးစောင့်နေအမိုက်ကနဲ့ထည့်ပေးလို့ရတယ်မထည့်ပေးဘူးတမင်တက်တိန်းထားတာအဲ့မှာကြည့်လိုက်လူ2ယောက်အဲ့မှာဝင်နေလို့ရတယ်ပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒါ3ထပ်ပြားကွာနေလို့ထုတ်လာတဲ့ဟာကြီးပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့အပြင်မှာထားရေဆိုပြီးဆွဲပြီးတော့အဲ့မှာညစ်ပတ်သွားလို့အမိုက်ဖြစ်သွားလို့ရှိရင်ကိုပဲရှင်းရတာအမှန်တကယ်မညစ်ပတ်ခင်ကနေကဒီဟာကိုဆွဲထုတ်ပြီးလှုပ်ပြလိုက်မဟုတ်ဘူးတမင်တက်ထားတာအကြောင်းကိုရှိနေလို့သူတို့ဘက်မှာအကြောင်းကိုရှိနေလို့အဲ့လမ်းကြားတွေထဲမှာလေကျမရဲ့ပန်းအိုးတွေထားတယ်အဲ့ပန်းအိုးတွေတစ်လုံးပြီးတစ်လုံးခိုးခံရတာမိဘကိုယ့်ရဲ့ပန်းခိုးခံရလို့ကူညီပေးလားဆိုတော့လည်းမကူညီပေးပို့ပြီးတော့ခိုးခံရအောင်အခုထပ်ပြီးတော့ဟိုဥစားအပြင်ကနေလှမ်းကြည့်လိုက်မတွေ့အောင်လို့ကာဗာလုပ်ပေးထားတယ်တခိုးဖွဲ့ဝင်တားလေးပါလေဗျာဗျာတားလေးဗျာဟမ်ဘာကြီးလဲမရှိမဘူးကိုထားလိုက်ပြီးလာမြင်လာရေချိုးပြီးမြင်ပြန်ထွက်လာခဲ့အိမ်ဘေးနားလေးမှာဟိုးစားအထက်တားပြားတယ်အများကြီးထားတယ်လှုပ်ဘောစားဖျဲပြီးလှုပ်ပြလိုက်လို့ရမဟုတ်တမင်တရာထားတာတစ်ခုလည်းမဟုတ်နှစ်ခုလည်းမဟုတ်အဲ့လမ်းကအများဟိုစားတခိုးဝင်တယ်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်ဆေးဖို့အပ်တယ်အများကြီးတွေ့ဘူးတယ်အဲ့လမ်းကြောင်မာမီပဲရှင်းရတာနောက်ဆုံးကြရင်အဲ့ကြောင့်မလို့တခိုးဝင်မှာဆိုလို့တမင်တကာလမ်းကြောင်ကိုရှင်းနေအောင်ထားတာအခုအဲ့မှာဝင်လို့ရအောင်နောက်တစ်ယောက်နောက်2ယောက်တော့ဝင်လို့ရလာကြည့်လေသားရဲ့ဒီမှာ你阿妈弄他呀？你看，都过来他了。妈妈呢？妈妈去嘞，干嘛？我要哎，毛问别嘞。如果要这样，我你毛给你啦。他啦呀，我刚好，这边那个弄他了。不是，这边那个，他这里的麻烦的，妈的，明天要包的哟，哎妈妈在让你留呀。妈的，我记得了。ဟိုမှာနောက်တစ်ယောက်နေလို့ရတယ်ဒီမှာတစ်ယောက်နေလို့ရတယ်လူမတက်ရပြီးတော့လေပုံးနေလို့ရတယ်အဲ့ဒါကိုပြောနေတာအမိုက်ကလည်းလွတ်ပြလိုက်လို့ပြောတဲ့ဟာမလွတ်ပြဘူးဒီဟာကိုဒီထဲထည့်ပြီးတော့တိတ်ထားဟုတ်တယ်ဟိုမှာ2ယောက်တောင်ဝင်ပြီးတော့ပုံးနေလို့ရတယ်လူကဟိုမှာလေအခုပုံးနေရအောင်ပြောနေရမဟုတ်ဘူးလေဒီမှာတွေ့လားလူဝင်ပြီးတော့ကာပြီးတော့ပုံးလို့ရလားမရဘူးလားအဲ့မှာဝင်းနေတာဟိုဘက်မှာနောက်တစ်ယောက်မရဘူးလားဒီမှာလည်းတစ်ခုဟိုနောက်မှာ2ခုလေသူ့ဟာကြီးကကောက်ကြီးလေမတွေ့ဘူးလားတွေ့နေအောင်မတွေ့ဘူးလားသူ့ဟာကြီးကကောက်ကြီးတွေ့လားလူ2ယောက်ဝင်ပေါင်းနေလို့ရတယ်အဲ့ဒီလမ်းကတခိုးဝင်လို့ခဏ ရှင်းနေတဲ့ဟာကိုအဲ့မလွတ်ပြဘူးဒီတိုင်းထားတာတခိုးလာပါသေးဆိုပြီးတော့ခေါ်ထားတာ
What the hell is wrong with her?
လူနှစ်ယောက်တော့အဲ့မှာမတက်လေးရက်ပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒီဟိုစာအထက်သားပြနောက်မှာပေါင်းနေလုံးပေါင်းလို့ရတယ်
I'm just waiting for her.
ဘာဖြစ်အောင်လဲတော့မပြောတော့ဘူးဟေး special ပဲ
What's the logo?
သူတို့တွေပဲလောက်တာသူတို့တွေပဲနင်အမေကိုပြောလိုက်အဲ့လွတ်ပြလိုက်လို့ ဟာလွတ်ပြလိုက်လို့သူဒီမှာထားပြီးတော့ဘာသွားလုပ်ထားရလဲမသိဘူးမမရဲ့အဲ့ဒီထပ်သားပြားနေမယူဘူးဆိုလွတ်ပြလိုက်ပါအဲ့ဒါမထားပါနဲ့မထားနဲ့အမဘာဖြစ်လို့တမင်တက်တာအမထားတာအဲ့တက်ထားတာမမီမကြိုက်ဘူး
Hey, bananaရှိလဲ
မကန်ကြည့်နဲ့သား
ဟို banana ရှိလဲကြည့်ကြမယ် banana 1 minute
အဲ့တမင်တက်ထားတာတမင်တက်လာထားတာ
ဘာလို့မလို့လဲ
အော်ဘာဖြစ်လို့ရှင်းထုတ်တယ်လေသားရဲ့လူတွေရောက်ပေါင်းလို့ရတဲ့ကိစ္စကို 妈咪妈妈地呀，都能冲来呀！
人家嘛，我都查到了。
往后不大爷，都能这边那个冲来呀！đây được có tay thả lại mami ở đi áo thế à hố sao để dùng cái bể bá tiền đấy hả để dùng cái bể mami áo của bên sao à đấy ai xe à cá li lại vậy bắt đầu cá lại rồi đi chứ nó 7S 364 shit hố ba anh à ba vài cái bể đại super king cái ပထမတက်အဲ့အခန်းလေးอ่ะအဲ့လူကြီးစီးတာ 7S 364 shitရလာတာလေးကောက်လို့လူတွေတွေ့မယ်ဆိုတာတမင်တကာသူ့ကိုတွေ့ရင်သူအော်ရာကိုတဲ့တွေ့ရလူတွေရှိတာပဲတဲ့တမင်တကာအဲ့လိုမျိုးလေးတွေ့အောင်လို့တမင်တကာလောက်တာကွင်းစင်တာသားသမီးကိုဒုက္ခပေးရဲဆိုတာဒါပဲမိဘကိုဆင်းသွားပြီအောင်ပြောတာလောက်တာဒီကကွာကို easy ဆော့ဘာပြေဦးဆော့ 88 share က 7S 3248ကလာရက်တယ်သူpassenger ကိုလည်း pick up လုပ်တာမဟုတ်ဘူး passenger ကိုလည်းခေါ်သွားတာမဟုတ်ဘူးကားကိုလာရက်တယ် speed ကားတွေမှာဟိုးစားပေါ့နော်အတန်တွင်းနဲ့စနစ်လို့ပါလို့ပါလေအဲ့ဒီဟာနဲ့တယ်လီဖုန်းနဲ့အလုပ်လုပ်တယ်ကြည့်ထားအဲ့ဒီကားပဲချိန်ပြထွက်သွားမလဲဆိုတာမမီးရဲ့ဒီကဟာပဲရောက်သွားပြီလေဒါလေးပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးလေးပြဿနာရှာလို့ရှိရင်ဘယ်နှစ်နာရီလဲဆိုသူတို့2နာရီနဲ့2နာရီခွဲကြာကိုသူတို့ပြဿနာရှာလေးရှိတယ်ကျမကိုဒုက္ခပေးခြင်းတဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့လုပ်တာပေါ့နော်အမှန်တကယ်လူတိုင်းသိတယ်ကိုယ့်ရဲ့အမိုက်ကိုကိုယ့်အကိုလွတ်ပြရမယ်ဆိုတာလူတိုင်းသိတယ်သူတို့ကမသိတာမဟုတ်သိရတာနဲ့ဘာလုပ်တာလဲဆိုတော့မလွတ်ပြပဲနဲ့အဲ့လိုကျမဒေါ်လာထွက်နိုင်တဲ့နေရာမျိုးမှာလာထားလိုက်တယ်ကျမအဲ့အကိုပြဿနာရှာဆိုပြီးသူတို့ကအဲ့လိုမျိုးလိုက်လုပ်ပြတာပေါ့နော်အမှန်တကယ်ကတော့ကိုကပြဿနာရှာမဟုတ်သူတို့ကအရင်လုပ်တာတားရင်နေမအိတ်ဘူးလားသိနော်နေမအိတ်ဘူးလားလို့ ဘသူဆိုးရလို့တားထင်လဲဟမ်တာဘသူဆိုးလဲသိလားထွက်သွားပါ යි ကာလူလည်းမခေါ်ပါဘူးထွက်သွား යිဘာလဲဆိုအသက်ကြီးလာတော့ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ပြစ်ထုတ်တဲ့အမှိုက်တော့မှပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်သုံးတက်တာပြငါတို့ဟိုစာမိသွေးနဲ့ထမင်းဟင်းချက်ပြန်ချက်လို့ရဆိုပြီးပြန်ကောက်ပြီးအပေါ်အထိတင်သွားတယ်အခုကဘာလဲဆိုတော့အပေါ်မှာလည်းထမင်းဟင်းချက်တယ်အောက်မှာလည်းထမင်းဟင်းချက်တယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးတော်တော့ထူးဆန်းတယ်ပြီးတော့အောက်ကလူတွေဟာအပေါ်မှာထမင်းစားမဲ့လူတွေကိုထမင်းဟင်းချက်ပေးပြီးတော့ပကံလိုက်တင်ပေးတာဒါပေမဲ့အပေါ်မှာလည်းထမင်းဟင်းချက်တယ်အဲ့ဒီအောက်ထက်ကအမေလောက်တဲ့လူနဲ့အကိုလောက်တဲ့လူကအရန်ဆိုးတယ်တော်တော်လေးကိုဆိုးရတဲ့အထဲပါတယ်အဖေလည်းပါတယ်အဓိကမာစတာမိုင်းကတော့အဲ့ဒီအဖေပေါ့အဖေကတော့မာစတာမိုင်းသူကဟိုစာအဆက်အသွယ်နဲ့သူကစကားပြောတယ်ငါလို့စီမှာငါရဲ့တငယ်ချင်းတွေဘယ်ဘက်မှာဘိုးရှိတယ်ဘယ်ဘက်မှာဟိုစာတိုင်းမှုတွေပါရှိတယ်ဆိုတာသူကသိတယ်သူကကြတော့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုမာစတာမိုင်းပေါ့နော်သူကအဓိကဟိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုအေးလေးနဲ့ရန်ဆိုးတဲ့ဟာထဲမှာပါတယ်ဖုန်းလေးတစ်ချက်လောက်လိုက်တာနဲ့လူတစ်ယောက်ကိုတေးစေခြင်းလည်းရတယ်ဟိုစာလူတစ်ယောက်ယူစေခြင်းလည်းရတယ်ဆိုတော့မာစတာမိုင်းကတော့အဖေအမေအောက်ကပါလဲဆိုခိုင်းစေတဲ့အတိုင်းလောက်ရတာအမေနဲ့အကိုကခိုင်းစေတဲ့အတိုင်းလောက်ရတာအဓိကသူတို့ရဲ့ဖုန်း record တွေကိုကြည့်လိုက်ရင်ချက်ချင်းသိရသူတို့ဖုန်း record ကလည်းအမြဲတမ်းပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်နံပါတ်တွေကတစ်ခုပြီးတစ်ခုကိုခဏပြောင်းတာသူတို့ကနံပါတ်တစ်ခုကိုဘယ်တော့မှတရက်သေးမတုံးနံပါတ်တစ်ခုကိုကျွန်မတိကြည့်နေရတလားလောက်ပဲတုံးတယ်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်နောက်တစ်ကတ်ချိန်အဲ့လိုမျိုးချိန်သွားဒါကနာမည်ကိုအတုနဲ့ပဲလောက်တာလားဘာလားတော့မပြောတတ်ဘူးခဏအဲ့ဒီဟိုစာကတ်တွေချိန်တာဖုန်းကတ်တွေခုနဘယ်သူလဲလို့အဲ့ဒီကဟိုတန်းရောက်လာလေကျမအော်ကြီးဟစ်ကျဲလုံနေတဲ့အချိန်မှာတန်းရောက်လာတာဘယ်သူလဲလို့ကြည့်လိုက်တော့အဲ့ဒီပါလဲဆိုတန့်စင်ဦးတန့်စင်ဆိုတာဘာလဲဆိုတော့ဓာတ်မြေဩဇာရောင်းတာမြေဩဇာရောင်းတာဘာလဲပါဝါရဲ့ဘေးတိုင် HNZ ရဲ့အောက်ခံရဲ့အဲ့အပေါ်ဓာတ်လေးပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဟိုစာမှန်ကန်လို့ခေါ်တယ်မှန်ကန်မှနေတဲ့လူကအဲ့သူစီးရဲ့ကားနဲ့လာတာအဲ့ဒီလူကရက်ွက်ထဲမှာဒီတိုင်းမျက်နှာပြတဲ့အချိန်ကျတော့သူကစိုက်ကားပဲစီးတာစိုက်ကားကိုအသုံးပြုတာဒါပေမဲ့ကျမအဲ့ကားကိုဘေးနားလေးကိုကတ်သွားပြီးတော့ကြည့်တယ်ကားနံပါတ်လည်းသွားကြည့်တယ်ကားထဲမှာဘယ်သူထိုင်နေရလဲသွားကြည့်တယ်သူကဘယ်မောင်းဆိုတာကျမပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်ကျမလို့အိမ်နဲ့တခါတည်းဟိုဥစားကတ်ရက်ပေါ့နော်သူကဟိုဘက်ခြံညာဘက်ခြံမဟုတ်ကားဘယ်မောင်းဆိုတော့ဘယ်မောင်း 7S 948အဲ့ဒီကားပေါ်မှာထိုင်နေတာတယ်လီဖုန်းလုံးဝကင်ထားတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကိုကသူ့ရဲ့ဟာကိုဒီအဝေးကနေကြည့်လုံးဝမမြင်အောင်သူဘာတူလဲဆိုတာဒါပေမဲ့ तू ကဘာလဲဆို static ကအမဲကိုအကြည်သားလောက်ထားတော့သူ့နာကတ်လိုက်တာနဲ့ तू ဘာတူလဲဆိုတာတမ်းမြင်လာရောကျမကသိလိုက်တာလုံးဆက်ကြီးတိလားအဲ့တမင်တက်လောက်တာကိုဟိုစာတယ်လီဖုန်းကနေပြီးတော့ရိုက်မဲ့လူရှိတယ်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်ဟိုစာတတင်းအမှားပို့မဲ့လူရှိတယ်တမင်တက်ထောင်ချောက်စင်တာပေါ့နော်ပြည်သူလူထုကိုထောင်ချောက်စင်ပြီးတော့တမင်တက်လှုပ်ထည့်လိုက်တာပေါ့ ဒီမိမဟိုစားစိတ်ယူပေါက်ပြီးရှောက်អော်နေတယ်လို့ဘာလို့အမှန်တကယ်ကတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးအဲ့ဒီလမ်းကြားတယ်သူတို့ကကွာကျမဘယ်ဟာမျိုးကြီးစိတ်ဆိုးတတ်တယ်စိတ်တူတတ်တယ်ဆိုတာသူတို့ကသိတယ်ဆိုတာသူတို့လေးလာထားတယ်သူတို့ကြည်ထားတယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးဆိုရင်သူတို့ဖြစ်စေခြင်းတဲ့အချိန်မှာသူတို့ကလှုပ်ပလိုက်တာအဲ့လိုမျိုးကျင်းသေးတာကိုလုံးဝကျင်းသေးတယ်ဒီအိမ်ကပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်ရာဇဝတ်မှုအကြီးဖြစ်နေတာဒါပေမဲ့ရာဇဝတ်မှုကမပေါ်ပေါက်ဘူးဆိုတာဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုသူတို့ဘက်မှာအဲ့ဒီဘက်မှာဟိုစစ်တပ်ရဲ့ဟိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်တာမမီလုံနေရလေအတန်လေးနည်းနည်းတိုးပြီနော်စစ်တပ်ရဲ့ပါဝင်ပတ်သက်မှုသူပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်အကျင့်ပြတ်ချစားနေတဲ့စစ်သားတွေရဲ့ပါဝင်ပတ်သက်မှုလည်းရှိတယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင်အကျင့်ပြတ်ချစားနေတဲ့စစ်သားဟောင်းတွေပေါ့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုစစ်မှုထမ်းဟောင်းတွေအရာရှိတွေအရင်တော့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုစစ်မှုထမ်းဟောင်းဖြစ်ခဲ့တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အခုမလုပ်တော့ဘူးဒါပေမဲ့သူတို့အရင်တော့လူတွေနဲ့အချိတ်ဆက်ရှိပြီးတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးလုပ်တာလုံးဝကျင်းသေးတယ်ဒီအိမ်ကတော့ကျင်းသေးပေါက်ကိုတော်တော်ကြီးကိုဆိုးဝါးကိုပြည်သူလူထုကခံစားနေရတာကဲကျမခုနကတော့ဖတ်နေတဲ့ဟာတော့ရှိတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆက်ဖတ်မယ်နော် My motorcycle is being repaired, he was telling the girl. I usually go around on that. Two of my friends are Flintstones. They work in Hollywood and they have first sport cars. But when my friends came here, we all ride motorcycle. Pacey doesn't have a motorcycle, Jen thought. He's a fool. He thinks this girl will only like me for the thing I own and the people who I know. That's so stupid. The people will like Pacey if he happy to be himself. But Pacey doesn't understand that. He tried too hard to make people like him, especially girls. Now the kuwa now အမြဲတမ်းကျမနောက်မှာနောက်ကားတစ်စီးတွေ့နေရရှိတယ်။ဘာကားလဲဆိုကားနံပါတ် 4K 3296 4ရဲ့ K for King 3296အဲ့ဒါ Honda Fit အမြဲလေးကျမတွားတဲ့နေရာတိုင်းမှာခဏတွေ့ရတယ်။ That morning, the class has been tested on the first chapter of the lifeguarding manual. Pacey have done badly on the test. Jen haven't understood why. The chapter have only taken 20 minutes to read and the test has been easy. Perhaps Pacey have only come to the class to meet girls, she thought. That afternoon, Joey felt happy as she walked at the ice house. She smiled at all the customers in the cafe. She was really excited about her evening with Jeremy. I can't take care of Alexander tonight, she told her sister when she arrived at the cafe. I'm going on a date. I'm going to a movie with a boy who I met at the beach. I've been worried about telling her sister about the date, but Betsy wasn't angry. She was happy for Joey and so was Bodie.He's a lucky boy, Betsy said. What's his name? His name is Jeremy, Joey told her. And he's cute. You will meet him tonight. He's going to meet me here when I finish work. That evening, Dawson visited Sheila Billingsley again at the Barclays house. This time they watched some of the short movies that Dawson had made.She was really interested in Dawson's ideas about movies and he enjoyed talking to her. And soon he wanted to kiss her, but he didn't. There was a reason for this. I mustn't be like Pacey, he thought. I must think before I do anything. I wait until she's ready to be kissed. I can't do the wrong things now. And there was another reason. As Dawson looked at Shirley, he thought of Joey Potter.Did he want to kiss Shirley, or did he really want to kiss Joey, the girl who has been his best friend all his life? A few months before, he had kissed Joey for the first time. It had been good then, but later, Dawson felt unhappy about it. It had seemed wrong. I can't do the wrong things again, he thought. So he went on talking about his movie. Everything was okay until Shirley started talking about Joey.Joey was all Dawson film and Shirley was interested in the female star of his movie. She's very pretty. Now got to see Yella Baby. Shirley said. ဒီတစ်ခါဘာတူလဲဆိုတာကြည့်လိုက်အောင်မယ်ဒီတစ်ခါလာတဲ့လူကပါဝါတဲ့ပဲဝင်သွားပါဗာ USA ဆိုပြီးတော့ရေးထားပါတယ်သူ့ရဲ့အင်ရှော့ကကဲ ကျမကလေလူတွေကိုလိုက်ရှာစရာမလိုသူတို့ကကိုယ့်ရှေ့ကိုပေါ်လာတာဘသူလဲတော့ကိုမသိဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ကိုဒီပေါ်လာတဲ့လူတွေကိုမှတ်တမ်းတင်ထားတာပဲရှိတယ်သူတို့ကိုကျမလိုက်ပြီးတော့စုံစမ်းမနေဘူးဘသူတွေလဲဘာလုပ်လဲဒါပေမဲ့ကိုဘေးနားမှာမကောင်းတာလုပ်တယ်မကောင်းကိုဒုက္ခပေးမဲ့လူကခဏခဏပေါ်လာမှာပဲလေရန်သူဆိုတာ always come to the surrounding me to the environment I am in that's called enemy I can't do the wrong thing again, he thought, so he went on talking about his movie. Everything was okay until Shirley started talking about Joey. Joey was in all Dawson films, and Shirley was interested in the female star of his movie. She's very pretty, Shirley said. Well, she looked okay, Dawson replied. Is she your girlfriend? She asked. No, she's a girl who I know for a long time, he said. He didn't feel good when he had said this, but why are you asking me about Joey? She looked at the camera in a special way in your film, Shirley said. Maybe she loved the man who's holding the camera. Show me how to hold the camera, Dawson. Dawson was happy to show Shirley his camera. And he was happy to change the subject. He didn't want to talk about Joey. He showed Shirley how to hold the camera. The two teenagers filmed each other and they laughed a lot. Then Dawson had an idea. I'd like to make a film about you, he told Shirley. A film about a day in the life of a nanny will be interesting. It will help me to learn about making that kind of film, a documentary film. I never make a film about the real person. It will be good practice for me. Would you let me spend a day with you? I can do it any day. Shirley didn't answer for a few moments. She looked a little worried. Okay, she said at last, but you can't show the film to anyone else. It will only be practice for you. Okay, said Dawson. Good. We do it on Sunday, Shirley told him. Then she smiled. I feel relaxed with you, Dawson, she said. I only met you this week. But you already like a girlfriend. I'm like a girlfriend to her, Dawson thought, but she doesn't want me to be her boyfriend. That's how I feel about Joey. I felt a little sad when he left the Barclays house. He felt a little sad when he left the Barclays house and started to walk home. A wonderful idea. That evening, Joey finished a walk at the ice house a little early. She went into the bedroom to change her clothes. When she came out, Jeremy Field has already arrived. He was talking to Betsy and Buddy. Jeremy was holding sunflowers. They were beautiful red roses. He smiled as he gave them to Joey. They're pretty, Joey said. Yes, they are pretty, Jeremy said. They like you. You look very pretty tonight. A few minutes later, Joey and Jeremy were standing outside the movie theater waiting to buy tickets. They were laughing and telling each other jokes. Joey was feeling happy and relaxed. ပြီးတော့အမေနဲ့အကိုကဘာပြောလဲဆိုတော့သူအော်နေပြီတဲ့အပြင်မှာတဲ့ဟိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်သူတို့ကကွာဓာတ်ပုံရိုက်ပြီးယူထားပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒါကိုပြောပြမှာသူတို့ဘက်ကပုံစံနဲ့သူတို့ပြောတဲ့ပုံစံနဲ့သူတို့ persuasive side သူတို့ထင်တဲ့ပုံစံနဲ့သူတို့ပြမှာဟိုမှာတဲ့သူအော်နေပြီတဲ့အပြင်မှာ all place တွေတဲ့အမေကဘာပြောလဲ all place တွေတဲ့လူတကာတွေ့အောင်လို့တဲ့ all place တွေတဲ့အဲ့ကောင်မဆိုပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးပြောတယ်အမလေးကြောက်ဖို့ရန်ကောင်းတာသူတို့ရဲ့ဟိုပြောရမယ်ဆို wicked and cunning ideas of making human being to suppress ပြောရမယ်ဆို oppress ပေါ့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင် oppression လုပ်လိုက်တဲ့ဟာပေါ့နော်ဖိနှိပ်လိုက်တဲ့ဟာအဲ့လိုမျိုးအရန်ကြောက်ဖို့ကောင်းတယ်သူတို့ရဲ့ idea တွေ thinking တွေသူတို့ရဲ့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်ညှဉ်းပန်းနှိပ်စက်မှုတွေအရန်ကြောက်ဖို့ကောင်းတယ်လူတစ်ယောက်ပေါ့ Yes, they are pretty and they like you. You look very pretty tonight. A few minutes later, Joey and Jeremy were standing outside the movie theater, waiting to buy tickets. They were laughing and telling each other jokes. Joey was feeling happy and relaxed. When they entered the theater, Jeremy bought some chocolates and gave them to her. ပြီးတော့အိမ်ဘေးနားမှာတွေ့ရဲ့ကားနံပါတ်တွေ2 peak 4ခုနှစ်အဲ့ကားတစ်စီးတွေ့ပါတယ်။နောက်ကားတစ်စီးထွက်သွားတာကိုတွေ့တယ်။ အဲ့ဒီကလေတိလားအဲ့တန့်စင်ဆိုရဲ့လူကြီးကိုလည်းနည်းနည်းဂယူးဆိုင်ရမယ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုအဲ့ဒီတန့်စင်ကကလားဘာလဲဆိုအဲ့ဒီ HNZ2 ရဲ့ cosmetic ရဲ့ဘေးအိမ်မြေညီတက်ကအဲ့ဒါဦးတန့်စင်လို့အိမ်အဲ့ဒီဦးတန့်စင်ကကလားဓာတ်မြေဩဇာတွေပါရောင်းတာသူကပါလဲဆိုတော့တခါတော့ကကျမနဲ့ကျမသားကိုယ့်ကိုမွေးကားသွားစားတာသူဒီတပည့်တော့မှတော်ရုံတန်ရုံအပြင်စားစားတဲ့လူစားမျိုးမဟုတ်ဘူးပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်အရင်တော့ကပေါ့နော်အမေစုခစ်တော်ကလို့ဘာလို့သူ့ကိုတော်ရုံတန်ရုံကအပြင်အဲ့ဒီဆိုင်နေမှာလမ်းဘေးဆိုင်နေမှာခါမှမတွေ့ဘူးကျမသာလူငယ်ပီပီလမ်းဘေးဆိုင်မှာထိုင်စားလေးရှိတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့သူတို့လူကြီးတွေဥပမာပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်40ကျော်50ကျော်အရွယ်တွေကိုလမ်းဘေးဆိုင်မှာထိုင်စားတခါမှမတွေ့ဘူးတမင်တကာတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးပေါ့နော်ကျမအဲ့မှာသွားစားတာကျမသားနဲ့ကိုယ့်အကူဒီတိုင်းရိုးရိုးစားတာအဲ့ဒါကိုဘာဖြစ်တာလဲဆိုတော့လိုက်လာတာပြီးတော့လိုက်လာတဲ့ကောင်မလေးက nurse မလေးသူတို့ခေါ်ထားတဲ့ nurse မလေးဘာလဲဆိုကလေးထိန်းဖို့ဆိုပြီးတော့သူတို့မှာကလေးရှိတော့ကလေးထိန်းဖို့ဆိုပြီးခေါ်ထားတဲ့ nurse မလေးကိုခေါ်လာပြီးတော့ live လာပြီးတော့ကျမကိုပြတာကျမတန်းတီးလိုက်တယ်မျက်လုံးမျက်စံနေနဲ့ပြစ်ပြီးပြနေတာဆိုတော့ကျမတီးလိုက်တယ်အော်လို့ဒီလူကြီးလည်းပါဝင်ပတ်သက်မှုတော့ရှိလိမ့်မယ်လို့ဒါပေမဲ့သူတို့ background ကဘာလဲဆိုတာကိုမသိနေတာကိုကရှာပြီးတော့မှမကြည့်နေတာThese are my favorite chocolate, the kind I like the best. She said, how did you know that? Your sister told me, Jeremy replied. I really like Bessie, and I like Bodhi too. They're great people. Joey was pleased. A movie, a gorgeous wine, and my favorite chocolate, she thought. And he likes my family. What more could I want? When Dawson got home, he went into his bedroom. He put the videotape from his camera to the video machine. On his TV screen, he watched the scenes that he had shot of Sheila. Then he watched the tape again. While he was watching, her mother opened the door. I came to say goodnight, she said. Then she saw the pictures on the screen. Who's that? She asked. Dawson told his mother about Shirley. Guess Larry worked for the local television TV station. She was on the television every day. She was a news presenter. Every evening, she sat in front of the camera in the TV studio and read the day's news to the viewers. She also spoke about the short films and the station news reporter made. She introduced and explained all the short reports of the new program that were joined together. She was the new anchor person. Shirley is a pretty girl, Mrs. Larry said, looking again at Dawson Finn. How old is she? She is 18, Dawson said. And does she have a summer job with the Barclays until she goes to college? Yes, that's right. That's great, Dawson, Mrs. Larry said. This month, the television station is going to show sampling reports about their teenager and their summer job. I really like to have a short report about Shirley. That's a wonderful idea, Mom, Dawson said. I asked Shirley about it tomorrow. She said, yes, I'm sure about that. But I have a better idea. I'm going to make a documentary film about the Shirley on Sunday. Why don't you show my films on your program? My films are very cheap. My films about Shirley won't cost you any money. I have to ask my boss at the TV station, Mrs. Larry said. If he's happy about it, I'm happy too. Joey was enjoying her evening. The movie wasn't very good, but sitting next to Jeremy Field was great. Suddenly there was a loud noise and it is coming from Joey's bag. Beep, beep, beep. Joey had forgotten about Howard. တာဒီမှာကြည့်တားလို့ပဲလေတိလားပပောင်းလေးမွေးထားတယ်ဒီစာအုပ်ထဲမှာတားဖတ်လိုက်လား Howard ဆိုတာပါလေ Virtual Pet ညာလေးရေးထားတယ် Joey had forgotten about Howard. Be quiet, some people shouted at her.
Howard
ဒီမှာတားဒီစာအုပ်ဖတ်ကြည့်ရင်သိလိမ့်မယ်ဒီမှာလေ Joey had forgotten about Howard. အဲ့ဟာလေးက Virtual Pet လေး Virtual Pet ကိုသူ့ရဲ့ပစ္စည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးသိလားဘေးအိမ်ကကောင်မလေးကဖုန်းကပေးပြီးတော့ तू ကဘောဥစားအီတလီကို vacation သွားနေတဲ့အချိန်မှာငါ့ရဲ့ပတ်ကလေးကိုငါထိန်းပေးပါဆိုပြီးတော့ထားခဲ့ပေးတာ Be quiet, some people shouted at her. We can't hear the movie. Joey put her hands into her bag. At last, she found Clarissa's Virtual Pet and pushed one of its buttons. The beeping noise stopped. But Joey could hear another song. Jeremy was laughing quietly. Joey started to laugh too. Let's go, Jeremy whispered. Let's go before we make everyone angry. They got up from their seat and left the theater. Jeremy walked with Joey to her home. At her door, they stopped. Then Jeremy gave her a long, sweet, gentle kiss. Good night, Joey, he said. ဒါအဲ့ဒီလေသူတို့လေအထက်သားကိုလေဒီနေ့မှထည့်ရလားဒါမှမဟုတ်အရင်နေ့ကနေကထည့်ရလားမမီအဲ့ဘေးမမီအဲ့ဘေးကိုမနေ့ကမကြည့်ဖြစ်ဘူးကွာသိလားဒီနေ့မှထည့်ရလား The next morning, Pacey brought Jen a cup of coffee and they walked together to walk the town pool. Pacey, why did you tell lies to the twins? Jen asked him. You told them lies about the motorcycle. You don't have a motorcycle, and you told them lies about your friend who are Flintstone, and you don't know any Flintstone. I want to make friends with girls, Pacey told her. I want them to like me. Girls like boys who ride motorcycle, and they like boys who knows people in Hollywood. Pacey, you have to be yourself, Jen asked. Jen said, you mustn't try to be someone different. တိလားလူကလေဒီမှာလေပိုးစားလူတွေအကြောင်းအများကြီးတင်ပေးရဲ့ဒီစာအုပ်မှာတိလားဒါလေးတင်တာအောင်တိလားလို့ဒါလေးနားလဲလားဒါလေးဒါမမီဒုက္ခရောက်လေမှတ်ထားတိလားမမီကြောင့်မမီဒုက္ခရောက်တာမဟုတ်ဘူးတိလားတမင်တက်လုံယူပြီးတော့မမီဒုက္ခရောက်ခံရတာမမီဒုက္ခပေးခံနေရတာမှတ်ထားနော်အဲ့ဒီစကားကိုဥပမာသားရဲ့တားမကြိုက်တဲ့ဟာကိုသူတို့လာပြီးတော့ဟိုစားတားကိုလာထိတယ်မှလားတားအဲ့ဒီအချိန်မှာတားអော်တယ်မှလားအမှန်တကယ်ကတားကိုသူတို့ကထိเสียလို့လားမလို့ဒါပေမဲ့တားတမင်တက်မထိတထိနဲ့အဲ့လိုမျိုးမကြိုက်တဲ့ဟာကိုထခါလုပ်တယ်ဆိုတာဘာလဲဆိုတော့ဒါတမင်တက်လုပ်နေတာလို့ခေါ်တယ်တမင်တက်လုပ်နေတာကိုကိုကနေပြီးတော့ဟိုစားတိုင်းကြီးခံပေးเสียရလဲမလို့တိုင်းကြီးခံတဲ့အတိုင်းတာလဲပုံသွားပြီဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့မကြိုက်ဘူးဆိုတာတိတဲ့ဟာကိုတမင်တက်ထခါလုပ်တယ်ဆိုတာကိုယ်ဒုက္ခရောက်စေချင်လို့လောက်တာလို့ပဲမှတ်ရမှာတိလားအဲ့ဒါကကိုယ်ကိုတမင်တက်ဖိနေနေတယ်လို့ခေါ်တယ်သိလားအောင်ကြားလားအမေစုတော်ကလည်းဒီတိုင်းပဲလေဒါရဲ့မီးကလာနေတယ်သူ့သားလေးအတန်ကြားခံကြီးမှာတခါလဲမီးကဖြတ်ချပလိုက်တာဟုတ်လားမဟုတ်ဘူးလားဟုတ်တယ်မလားအဲ့လိုမျိုးလောက်တာလေပြောမယ်ဆိုလူတယောက် desperate ဖြစ်နေရဲ့ကွာဥပမာကွာလူတယောက်ပတ်စံလို့နေရဲ့ပတ်စံမပေးဘူးနဲ့ငါစီကနေပတ်စံအတူအကြီးနဲ့ချီးမယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့မဟာတရားလောက်တာအဲ့ဒါမကောင်းဘူးလို့ခေါ်တာအဓမ္မမရှိဘူးဓမ္မမရှိဘူးလို့ခေါ်တာအဓမ္မဖြစ်နေလို့ခေါ်တာသိနာအောင်ကြားလားတောသူများအဲ့လိုသွားလုံးပါလားသိနာအောင်မမီမင်းနေတယ်မလုံးရဘူးနော်မမီပြောနိုင်မယ်နော်မလုံးအောင်တိလာတာသူများမကြိုက်တဲ့ဟာကိုမလုံးအောင်ခဏအဲ့ဒါအားလဲဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုလုံးလိုက်တာလူဆိုးဖြစ်သွားရောကိုကလူကောင်းမဖြစ်တော့ဘူးလူဆိုးလူရုပ်မှဖြစ်သွားအောင်စိုးဟာတဲ့ဆိုင်ရုပ်မှတာဖြစ်သွားအောင်စိုးတယ်ဆိုတာပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်တိနာအောင်တိနာအောင်နားထောင်မမီပြောပြမယ်တိလားဒီလိုလှည့်လူဆိုးတယ်ဆိုတာတချို့တွေကဘာလဲဆိုစိုးရဲ့လူရှိတယ်ဘာလဲဆိုတော့သူ့ကိုဟိုစားလုံးလို့ဆိုးတာသူ့ကိုလုံးလို့ကိုကပြန်ချလိုက်တယ်ကွာလူဆိုးဖြစ်သွားတာသိလားဟို cover of the county ထဲရလို့သူ့ဖေလို့ပဲတခါတလေကြာရင်အေးလူနေရတယ်ဟို trouble ဖြစ်ရင်ပြဿနာဖြစ်ရင်မျက်နှာလေးခွဲထားရတယ်လို့ပြောတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့တခါတလေကြာတော့လေအဲ့ဒီပြဿနာကိုရင်ဆိုင်ဖြေရှင်းရတယ်ဆိုပြီးသူ့သားပြောတယ်ဟုတ်လားမဟုတ်ဘူးလားတိတ်နာတချင်းထဲမှာလေဘာလဲဆိုတော့မတိုင်းကြီးမခံတဲ့ဟာကိုတိုင်းကြီးခံနေစရာမလိုဘူးအေးဒါပေမဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးတိုင်းကြီးမခံတတ်လို့ပြဿနာဖြစ်နေရဲဆိုပြီးတော့ထောက်ပြစရာမလိုဘူးဒီလိုမျိုးကိုတိုင်းကြီးမခံတတ်တဲ့လူပြောရမယ်ဆိုဒီလိုကိစ္စမှာ तू မကြိုက်ဘူးဆိုတာတည့်ရဲ့ဟာကိုခဏလုံနေတဲ့လူကလုံနေတဲ့သူဒီလူရုံမှဖြစ်သွားတယ်လူဆိုးမဟုတ်တော့ဘူးပြောရတိလားတိုင်းနာနားလဲပြီနော်ဒါအဲ့ယောက်ျားလေးပိုရေးကြည့်တယ်ဒါတိတ်နာအောင်သိလားကိုကလူရုပ်မှမဖြစ်ဖို့လိုရဲ့တဲ့ The next morning Pacey brought အောက်မှာတယ်လီဖုန်းဆက်ပြီးအေးတဲ့ရပြီတဲ့ သူတို့ဟိုစာလုံးတဲ့ဟာတက်ဆင့်ပြီးတက်ဆင့်တက်သွားရင်းနဲ့တူရဲ့ကောင်းသွားပြီဟိုစာဖြစ်ပဲဆိုပြီးတော့ report တင်တယ်ပြီးသွားပြီသူတို့ဒါသူတို့ရဲ့လုံဆက်ကြီး
baby က Pacey mistake ကိုပြီးနေ
တယ်တယ်လီဖုန်းဆက်ပြီးတော့ report တင်လိုက်ပြီအေးတဲ့ရပြီဆိုပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးပဲခဏခဏလောက်ပါတယ်ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ကျမမကြိုက်ဘူးဆိုတာသူတို့သိတယ်မသိတဲ့ဟာကိုတမင်တက်လောက်တာအဲ့ဒါဘာလဲဆိုတော့ကျမကိုတမင်တက်ကိုလောက်တာလောက်တဲ့အတွက်ဒီအဖေမေဒီကျမပေါ်ကောင်းတာမရှိခဲ့ပါဘူးဗမာပြည်မှာလေကိုမိဘကနေကိုကိုလေဒုက္ခပေးတာလေကျမခံရတယ်ဘာကြောင့်လဲမသိဘူးကျမလူတကာကိုလေဘာမှမလုပ်ပဲနဲ့ကိုဒီမိဘတော်တော်နှိပ်စက်တာပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်ဟိုအလုပ်ထဲမှာပေါ့နော်အလုပ်ထဲမှာအလုပ်လုပ်နေရဘာလုပ်လဲဆိုဖုန်းကိုလေတစ်ခါခေါ်နှစ်ခါခေါ်မကင်မချင်းကိုအတင်းဟိုနှောက်ရှက်ပေးပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးခေါ်တာအလုပ်ကိုကောင်းဖြောင်းလုံးလို့မရအောင်လို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးခေါ်တာပေါ့နော်ကျမကပြောလိုက်တယ်နောက်ဆိုမဆက်နဲ့ဆိုတော့တောက်လျှောက်အဲ့လိုတောက်လျှောက်ခေါ်ပြီးတော့နှိပ်စက်တာပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်အဲ့မှာဆိုအလုပ်ထဲမှာလည်းအဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်စိတ်ကတိကအောင်ဖြစ်ပြီးတော့အလုပ်လုံးလို့မရအောင်လို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးလည်းနှိပ်စက်ဖူးတယ်ကျမကိုအလုပ်လုပ်နေတော့အရန်ဆိုးတယ်ဒီအမျိုးသမီးနဲ့အမျိုးသားအဖေအမေအရန်ဆိုရကျမကံကိုမကောင်းတာအဖေအမေရတာအမေစုရင်မြန်ထွက်လာပါစေအမေစုမြန်ထွက်လာပါစေတော်အောင်ဆန်းစုကြည်လိုမျိုးလူမြန်ထွက်လာပါစေမဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင်ဒီလိုမျိုးအဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်စစ်တပ်ကနေပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးနိုင်ထက်စီးနေလုံနေတဲ့ဟာလို့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုပြည်သူလူထုကိုညှဉ်းပန်းနှိပ်စက်နေတာလို့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်စစ်ကြောရေးမှာလုံနေတယ်လို့မျိုးပဲအဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်ပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်အိတ်တော့မယ်ဆိုမှတခါဒုံလုံပြီးတော့မအိတ်အောင်လို့နိုးအောင်တခါတကားတွေစောင်းပိတ်တာလို့ဘာလို့ညာလို့လုံတယ်လို့မျိုးအဲ့လိုမျိုးကိုလုံတာဒါကပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်စစ်ကြောရေးတဲ့ကလူတွေလားတော့မပြောတတ်ဘူးပေါ့နော်ကျင်းတွေကတော့လာကြည့်ပါသူတို့ရဲ့လှုပ်ရှားမှုတွေကြည့်ပါအဲ့ဒါဆိုနောက်ပိုင်းကျရင်တွေ့လာလိမ့်မယ်သူတို့ဒီဘယ်သူလဲဆိုတာ The next morning Pacey bought Jan a cup of coffee and they walked together towards the town for Pacey why did you tell lies to the twins puppy worry Pacey you have to be yourself Jan said you mustn't try to be someone different girls will like you if you are happy to be Pacey with her You need to feel good about yourself. I'm unlucky to my relationship with girls, Pacey replied. So I don't want to be myself. I want to be someone different. I want to be anybody who isn't me. Girl will like you, Pacey, Jan said kindly. You are a fine person. You are kind, intelligent, and funny. I've enjoyed talking to you this week. I enjoy your jokes. I enjoy going to the lifeguarding class with you. I enjoy being your friend. When Joey walked that morning, her first thought was about Jeremy. She thought about his soft, gentle kiss. Joey got out of bed and went into the kitchen. Her sister was sitting there. She was holding her baby and she was looking terribly tired. Hi, Joey. Alexander didn't have a good night. Betsy said, I didn't sleep much. Joey felt sorry for Betsy, but she didn't want to stay in this house now. Here, the baby was the center of everybody's world. Joey wanted to be free. She wanted to be somewhere far away, and she wanted to be alone there with Jeremy Field. She wanted to be alone with him for the rest of her life. Later that morning, at the pool, Tim, the lifeguard instructor, told everyone to get into the water. Everyone must swim the length of the pool 20 times, he shouted. I'll be back soon. Then he left the pool. All the students started to swim laps of the pool, along and back 20 times. After a few minutes, Pacey climbed out of the water. He walked around the edge of the pool. He imitated Tim's fight. He pretended to be Tim. Most of the students laughed at his joke. The blonde twins laughed most of all, but James looked worried and angry. Suddenly, Pacey heard a voice behind him, and he laughed. He felt a strong hand touching his back. Tim has returned. Why aren't you swimming with her? He said. Pacey didn't reply. Tim pushed him hard, and he fell into the water with a splash. Okay, everybody out, get out of the water now. We're going to talk about saving people's lives. Tim said, not you, Witter. You stay where you are. You have to swim 100 laps in the pool. Maybe you don't need to listen to me. Maybe you already know everything about saving lives. We'll find out about that tomorrow. Pacey didn't get any lunch that day. He was swimming laps in the town pool. In the evening, Pacey met Dawson and then they decided to go to the ice house together. Pacey hadn't eaten anything since breakfast and he was hungry. Dawson was hungry too. Joey was working at the cafe. She smiled and waved at them when they sat down. She brought them glasses of ice-cold water. She looked happy. "I'll come back in a few minutes," she said. "You can order your food then." She went away and the two boys started to talk. Dawson wasn't happy. "It's a fine hot summer in beautiful Capside," he said to Pacey. "But am I enjoying it? No, I'm not enjoying it. I have to work all day. I have to stay in the video store all day while you are outside swimming and talking to beautiful girls." "The lifeguarding class isn't much fun," Pacey said. "There are beautiful girls there." "That's true, but the instructor is a man. It's a mim. How do you spell? How do you pronounce this one? What? Do you know how to pronounce what? Yeah. With a phonics thing?
Where? Where my name?
Manic.
Manic.
About it. He always shouting at me. Manic so about it. Weird. Strange. A little new girl, but blue net. Down ding ding ne, balong ne. Tana pian ne. Mommy, they don't have to lose in mommy. That is high machine long. Not all you send out like losing mommy pure wow. That mommy a whole summer. Apple of the eyes. You are the love of my life. Everything seems to be small when you are there. When mommy is reading and mommy is so angry. But right now, when I hear your voice, dum dum dan dan dum 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 wang wang. The lifeguarding class isn't much fun, Pacey said. "There are beautiful girls there." "That's true, but the instructor, I don't know how to spell this one. He always shouting at me. And Jen is angry with me. She's angry because I try to make friends with some of the other girls. I talked to two beautiful blonde sisters, the twins." Jen was really unhappy about that. "Why does Jen care about it?" Dawson asked. "I don't know," Pacey replied. Then he had an idea. "Maybe she's jealous," he said. "Maybe she's in love with me. Maybe that's why she hates me talking to the other girls." Pacey was pleased with this idea. Jen has enjoyed being friends with him. She told him that. "Yes," he said to himself, "Jen is in love with me. She doesn't want to talk with other girls." ဆိုရင်နောက်ကြရင်ကျမနောက်ကြရင်တော့မဟုတ်ဘူးအခုပဲရေးထားလိုက်မယ်ချရေးထားလိုက်မယ်မာမီကိုစိတ်ဆိုးအောင်ခဏခဏလုပ်တဲ့အရာများဆိုပြီးတော့ရေးထားလိုက်မယ်အဲ့ကနေကဒါဒီလိုမျိုးထက်ခါဖြစ်လာလို့ရှိရင်ဒါသူတို့ဒီကိုယ့်ကိုဒေါသဖြစ်အောင်လုပ်တော့ကိုယ့်ကိုဒေါသဟိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်ကိုယ့်ကိုမကောင်းကြံတဲ့အချိန်မှာသုံးတယ်ဆိုတဲ့ technique ဆိုတာပေါ်သွားလိမ့်မယ်ခဏလုပ်တယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုး"Why does Jen care about it?" Dawson asked. "I don't know," Pacey replied. ဒီနေ့ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ကျမဒေါ်လာထွက်စေမယ်ဘာလုပ်တာလဲဆိုတော့လမ်းပေးချတဲ့ကိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုသူတို့ရဲ့ပြောမယ်ဆိုကတင်ပေါ်မှာတင်တဲ့သုံးထပ်တာပြားကိုခွာပြီးတော့လာထိုးထည့်တာပေါ့နော်ကျမကအဲ့ဒီဟိုးစာပေါ့နော်လမ်းပေးချတဲ့မှာဘာဖြစ်လို့မထည့်ခိုင်းတာလဲဆိုအဲ့ဒီလမ်းပေးချကိုတခိုးတွေအရန်ဝင်တယ်ပြီးတော့စေးသမားတွေဝင်တယ်အဲကြောင့်မလို့ကျမဘာလဲဆိုတော့အဲ့မှာဟိုးစာမီထွန်းတယ်ဆိုတာအဲ့ထိတ်ကလေးမှာမီထွန်းထားတယ်တွေ့ရအောင်လို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးထွန်းလိုက်တာဘာလဲဆိုရင်တခိုးကတ်ချင်လည်းကတ်လို့မရအောင်မြင်နေရတယ်ဆိုတော့လေကျမအဲ့ထွန်းထားတာဒါပေမဲ့ तू ကအဲ့ဒါကိုမထဲရဘူးဆိုတာ तू တို့သိတယ် तू တို့လှုပ်ပြရမှာဆိုတာလည်း तू တို့သိတယ် तू တို့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်ဟိုသုံးထပ်သားပြဖြစ်ပါပဲဖြစ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးခံပြီးတော့အိတ်ထားတဲ့ဂတိမှာအိတ်ထား तू က तू ပွာလာလို့ဆွဲခွာလာ तू တို့နှစ်ခါတောင်ခွာလို့ရပြီကွာနှစ်ချက်တောင်ဟိုတစ်ချက်တည်းကိုနှစ်ပိုင်းဖြစ်အောင်လို့ခွာထားပြီးပြီကျန်တဲ့ဟာကြီး तू တို့ကိုလှုပ်လို့ရမလှုပ်ဘူးတမင်တကာအဲ့လမ်းပေးကြတဲ့ကိုထိုးထဲတဲ့ဟာကိုထိုးထဲလိုက်ရင်ကျမဒေါ်လာထွက်မယ်ဆိုတာ तू တို့သိတယ်တည့်ရအောင်တမင်တက်လှုပ်တာအများနဲ့အဲ့လမ်းပေးကြမှာတမင်တက်လှုပ်တာ အဲ့ဒါဘသူကအများဆုံးလောက်တာလဲဆိုအမေဖြစ်တဲ့လူကလောက်တာအမေဖြစ်တဲ့လူကကျမကိုဘလို့တောင်ဆဲဘူးလဲဆိုတော့ဒီကောင်မတလိမ့်ဆန်လိုမျိုးယူသွားရင်ကောင်းပါဆိုပြီးတော့လဲဆဲတယ်ဒီကောင်မမသိနိုင်သေးဘူးလားမြက်မြက်သိမှပဲကောင်းမယ်ဆိုတဲ့ဟာမျိုးပြောတယ်အမြဲတမ်းလေသိလားဟိုစားပြောရမယ်ဆိုအိမ်တွင်းအကြံဖတ်မှုပေါ့နော်အနုနီးနဲ့လည်းအကြံဖတ်တယ်အကြမ်းနီးနဲ့လည်းအကြံဖတ်တယ်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်ပါးတွေလည်းချတယ်ပြီးရင်ဒုတ်တွေခဏကိုလည်းဒုတ်တွေနဲ့ရိုက်တယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးအရန်ဆိုတာဟိုလူကြီးမှုလို့လေဟိုအကြောင်းမလို့လေသူများတွေရာလေစာတွေထဲမှာရေးကြရပေါ့နော်ဘာရေးကြလဲဆိုတော့ဟိုပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်စာရေးကြတယ်ဘာရေးလဲဆိုတော့တခုခုပေါ့နော်ဘာပြောလဲဆိုတော့ဖေးပတိကြိုက်ထားတယ်တဲ့အသက်ကြီးတယ်တဲ့အဖိုးအဖွားကြီးကိုတဲ့ကောင်းတယ်လို့မထင်နဲ့တဲ့တတူးတွေအများထိုးထားတယ်တဲ့လူငယ်တွေကိုလည်းမကောင်းလို့မထင်နဲ့တဲ့အဓိကလူဆိုတာစိတ်ကိုမှန်းရခတ်တယ်တဲ့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုအသက်ကြီးသွားတိုင်းကောင်းတဲ့လူကြီးတွေရှိကြမှာလည်းရှိမယ်တဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့ကျမရဲ့မိဘတော်ဆိုးတယ်သူတို့ရဲ့အခြေဆက်တွေဝင်းစိတ်တင်နေပါနဲ့ဆိုရင်တော့အရန်ကောင်းတာစကားပြောတာအစားဖော်ရွေးတယ်ဟိုးစားလုပ်တယ်ကျမကိုပဲတားကတ်ထားပြီးတော့နှိပ်စက်တာမရမကောင်းနှိပ်စက်တာပုံစံပေါင်းစုံနှိပ်စက်တာအရန်အောက်တန်းကြရတယ်သူတို့ရဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်ကကျမအပေါ် The lifeguarding class isn't much fun, Pacey said. There are beautiful girls there, that's true, but the instructor is manic. He's always shouting at me, and Jen is angry with me. She's angry because I try to make friends with some of the other girls. I talked to two beautiful blonde sisters, the twins. Jen was really unhappy about that. Why does Jen care about it? Dawson asked. I don't know, Pacey replied. I don't know, Pacey replied. Then he had an idea. Maybe she's jealous, he said. Maybe she's in love with me. Maybe that's why she hates me talking to other girls. Pacey was pleased with this idea. Jen had enjoyed being... Jen had enjoyed being friends with him. He told him that. Yes, he said to himself, Jen is in love with me. She doesn't want me to talk to other girls. She wants to be my girlfriend. Why didn't I guess that before? He was pleased and he didn't see Dawson's face. Now Dawson was looking angry at him, but before Dawson could speak, Jane came into the cafe. Great, here's my girlfriend, Pacey said. Jen stopped to talk to Joe. ကိုကပြောတဲ့ဟာကိုလှည့်ကြည့်ပြီးတော့ရီပြကိုကောင်ကလည်းရီပြတယ်ရီရနော်ဟန်ဆောင်လုပ်နေတာဒီကနေကြည့်တာအကုန်ကြီးနေရအဓိကသူတို့ကပြစ်ချင်တာမဟုတ်ဘူးကျမကိုဒေါ်ရထွက်အောင်ပဲလုပ်ချင်တာစီပင်နာကမယူတာမဟုတ်ဘူးစီပင်နာကယူတယ်သူအဲ့လိုပြောတာကိုပြောပြီးတော့တခါတည်းဟိုဥစားလုပ်တယ်သူအဲ့ပြောစကားကိုပြောပြီးတော့သူခေါင်းပြန်လှည့်ကြည့်တော့ဟိုကောင်ကရီပြသူကလည်းရီနေတယ်အတန်ကတော့လူကြားခေါအောင်တော့ဟိုဥစားဖြစ်တယ်ဟန်ဆောင်တက်လွန်ကကြီးတယ်အပေါ်ပြန်တင်သွားပြီအပေါ်ကနေပဲချထားတာဖြစ်လိမ့်မယ်ကျမကိုဒုက္ခပေးဖို့အတွက်ထပ်တင်သွားပြီနောက်တစ်ခါကျရင်အဲ့ဒါထပ်ပြီးတော့ဒုက္ခပေးအောင်မှာအဲ့ဒီနောက်ဖေးလန်းဘေးလန်းကြားထဲမှာပစ္စည်းတွေကိုမရရအောင်ထည့်အောင်အခုနော်ဒီလိုဘေးလန်းကြားထဲမှာထဲလို့ကျမဒေါ်တာထွက်တယ်နော်သူတို့မတိတာမဟုတ်ဘူးနော်တိသွားပြီနော်ဒါနောက်တစ်ခါကျရင်အဲ့လိုမျိုးပဲသူတို့ထပ်လုပ်ချင်လို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒီဘေးလန်းကြားတွေကိုပစ္စည်းတွေထည့်အောင်မှာဒုက္ခရောက်တော့မှာကိုယ်ပဲဒုက္ခပေးရအဓိကကိုယ်ပဲဒုက္ခပေးရသူတို့အမိုက်ပြစ်ချင်လို့မဟုတ်ဘူးအဓိကအမိုက်ပြစ်ချင်တဲ့ဟိုဥစားလည်းမရှိကျင်းတွေကပြောရဲတယ်ပြူစောတိအဖွဲ့ဝင်တယ် PDF တွေလာရှင်းပေးကြပါစစ်တပ်ကလူတွေလာရှင်းပေးကြပါကဲသူတို့အတွက်တော့အောင်မြင်မှုတစ်ခုကျမအတွက်တော့ဆုံးရှုံးမှုတွေတော့ဖြစ်တယ်မှန်တရားတွေကိုပြောပြနေရနော်နားထောင်ကြပါအော်ဆိုရင်ကျမပြန်စဉ်းစားစရာတော့ဖြစ်သွားပြီဒီကလေးကရောသူတို့အကွက်ချစီစဉ်ခဲ့တာလားကိုပေါ်ကောင်းတဲ့မိဘဆိုရင်တော့ကိုကတော့ကောင်းတယ်လို့ပြောမှာပေါ့နော်
ကိုကောင်းတဲ့မိဘမဟုတ်လို့ကိုပြန်မိုက်နေတာကစဉ်းစားကြည့်
ကိုပေါ်အရန်ဆိုးသွမ်းပြီးဒုက္ခပေးနေရမိဘမဟုတ်လို့အဲ့လိုပြောနေရတာ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့အလုံးလုံးနဲ့တိုက်နောက်ရှက်တယ်ဖုန်းကိုရရအောင်ရှောက်ဆက်တယ်အလုံးမလုံးပါဘူးဖုန်းဆက်တယ်ဟုတ်လားနောက်ရှက်နေတာအလုံးလုံးတာ
မမီဒိန်းနဲ့ဆို
ဟိုကြောင့်အခုမှဆင်းလာတော့နှစ်နိုင်ခွဲမှဆင်းလာတာမသိဘူးအမက28ကမမီဟိုကြောင့်လည်းအခုမှဆင်းနေတာကြည်အား
3နိုင်လား2နိုင်လားကိုယ့်ဟာကိုယ်တော့မသိတဲ့လူကမိဘအသိတော်တာ
ဟိုကကြည့်နေသေးလားအမက28ကအခုမှဆင်းလာတော်ရေးပေါ်ကနေတော့那牛应该是要吃的。အဲ့ဒီစပိန်နဲ့လူဟိုစားအုတ်ထုံနီလေးနဲ့ ဟိုကအမက28ကို꿰သွားပြီးတော့မှပြန်ပြီးတော့ခေါင်းလှည့်ပြီးတော့ပြန်လာအဓိကသူတို့ကလာလို့ရှိရင်အများနဲ့ဖုန်းကင်ထားအောင်တွေ့ရတယ်အေးဒါပါလေဆော့ပြပါဦးဒါရဲ့တော့အိတ်ခိုင်းနေတာကြားကြလာပြီလေဒါအိတ်တုံလေးကွာไม่ดีလားကွာအော်ငါဘွားတော်တော်ဆိုးတာပါပဲအမေစုထက်တောင်ဆိုးနေသေးတယ်အမေစုကမှကြော်ကြားလို့ protective ဟိုစာ cover လေးရှိသေးတယ်အ ਨੇ ဆုံးတော့သူ့ကိုဒုက္ခပေးလို့ရှိရင်မပြောက်ပါဘူးကွာတီလာသားအမေစုကနာမည်ကြီးတော့ကွာသူ့ကိုဖျောက်လက်ဆဖျောက်လိုက်တာနဲ့အမေစုကဟိုကြံတဲ့လူတွေကဟိုစာလေတည်နေလိုက်တော့မှာလေမာမီကဟိုစာနာမည်ကြီးနေတဲ့လူမဟုတ်တော့ပိုဆိုးတယ်ပိုပြီးညှင်းပန်းနှိပ်စက်ခံရတာ
ဘယ်ရင်လုံးမယ်နော်မိုင်းစော့ပေးမှာနော်
စော့ပေးပါဦးတာမာမီပြောလိုက်တာမကြားလိုက်ဘူးလားမသိကဲဒီနေ့ပါလဲဆိုတော့16ရက်နေ့ဇန်နဝါရီ2025 3:53မိနစ်ရှိပါပြီသူတို့အမြဲတမ်းအဲ့လိုဘယ်အချိန်မှာပြဿနာရှာလေးရှိလဲဆိုရင်နေ့ကင်းပန်း2နာရီနဲ့2နာရီခွဲဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှင်တစ်ခါတလေကြာရင်1နာရီ45နဲ့အဲ့လိုမျိုး2နာရီဝန်းကျင်တစ်ခါတလေကြာရင်လည်း12နာရီခွဲလောက်ဆိုလာတယ်ဘာလို့ဆိုအဲ့ဒီအချိန်ကပါလဲဆိုတော့ဟိုးစားပေါ့ဝန်ထမ်းတွေနန်းစီဒီယန်တွေကရုံးနေတက်ပြီးသွားလို့လာပြီးတော့ထွက်လာတဲ့အချိန်လေးနဲ့တိုက်ဆိုင်နေအဲ့လိုမျိုးပုံစံမျိုးတခါတလေကြာရင်တချို့အစိုးရရုံးတွေကအဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်ခမင်းစားပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်အလုပ်တွေတိတ်မရှိတော့ဘူးလေအဲ့ဒါဆိုရင်သူတို့သွားကြည့်ကျင်တဲ့လူကိုအဲ့လိုမျိုးသွားကြည့်လို့ရတယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ special လောက်တာအရန်ကြောက်ဖို့ကောင်းတယ်
မစော့ပေးဘူးနော်
ဆော့ပေးပါဦးဆော့ပေးမယ်လို့ဘလူးပြောလဲမဆော့ပေးဘူးတာမမီဒီနေ့ဆော့ပေးဖို့အတွက်စိတ်ကူးမရှိဘူးဒီနေ့တာတတိထားမိလားတော့မသိဘူးမမီတို့ပြန်လာတော့ကလေဆိုင်လို့အိမ်သားလေးမှာနော်တာသိန်းတော့သိလားသိန်းတော့တားလေးသိလားလို့ဆိုင်လို့အိမ်သားမှာဟိုးစာဟိုဗာလဲစိုက်ကားနဲ့လာတာယောက်ျားကြီးတယောက်မျက်မှန်တက်ထားတယ်နေကာမျက်မှန်လိုမျိုးဟာလေးနဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့သူ့ရဲ့မျက်လုံးကဟိုစစ်တပ်ဘက်ကလိုမျိုးပဲကြည်တာစိုက်ပြီးတော့တင်းကြည့်တာအဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်ရိုင်းတယ်ပေါ့အကြည့်ရိုင်းတယ်ပေါ့မင်းကဘယ်ကောင်မလဲပေါ့အဲ့လိုသဘောမျိုးမင်းဒီလောက်စိုးသွားနေလားဆိုတဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့မိမတယောက်ကခေါ်လာတာပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒီအချိန်မှာအဲ့ဒီစိုက်ကားဘေးမှာနောက်ဟိုစာကြောင်မြောင်းထဲမှာပဲသပင်ရှည်နဲ့ဆန့်ရှည်ဆိုတဲ့လူဆန်ရှည်ဆိုတာသူ့နာမည်ကတော့ဆန်ရှည်ဟုတ်မဟုတ်တော့မသိဘူးစပင်ရှည်တဲ့လူကအဲ့မှာဘာအကြောင်းပြောနေရလဲဆိုတော့တခိုးအကြောင်းပြောနေတာခိုးတယ်ဘာဖြစ်တယ်ညာဖြစ်တယ်နဲ့တခိုးအကြောင်းပြောနေတာကျမကြားလိုက်တော့ကျမဂီယူမဆိုင်ဘူးပေါ့နော်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုဒါတက်မင်တက်လာလောက်ပြီးတော့ဟိုစာကျမကိုဘာဒီလူပါဆိုပြီးတော့အချက်ပြလိုက်တဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးလောက်တာအချက်ပြလိုက်တဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးလောက်လိုက်တာဘယ်အိမ်သားမှလောက်တာအများဆုံးဖြစ်ရလဲဆိုအဲ့ဒီသွားစေခန်းနဲ့ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်ဒီဘက်ကကေမတ်ကလေးနဲ့ကေမတ်ကအိမ်သားဘက်ဘယ်လောက်လဲဒါ42ပြီးရင်သူတို့ကတိတ်နောက်နည်းနည်းလေးတူနေရ44ရယ်40ရယ်42ရယ်40ရယ်38ရယ်36ပြီး36ဆိုတော့34 36နဲ့34အဲ့ဒီကြားမှာပေါ့ကေမတ်က34လားမသိဘူးအဲ့ဒီနာမှာအဲ့အရင်တော့ကအဲ့ဒီနားလေးမှာဘသူဝင်နေသွားရလဲဆိုတော့ရုပ်ရှင်တရုပ်ဆောင်နှင်းစီလို့အိမ်လို့ပါလို့ရှိတယ်အခုအဲ့မှာမရှိတော့နှင်းစီအိမ်ရှိတယ်အဲ့မှာပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်ဟိုဘက်ချမ်းကဘသူရှိလဲဆိုရင်စိုင်းတီးဆိုင်အိမ်ရှိတယ်စိုင်းတီးဆိုင်ရဲ့မျက်နှာချင်းဆိုင်မှာသွားစေးကန်ရှိတယ်သွားစေးကလည်းမိသားစု3ယောက်ပဲနေတာအဖိုးကြီးရယ်အဖွားကြီးရယ်တားငယ်ဆုံးလေးရယ်သူ့ရဲ့တားအကြီးကဟိုစာအမေရိကမှာရှိတယ်သူတို့လည်းအေးဆေးဆေးတမားပဲဒါပေမဲ့သူတို့အာနာသိမ့်ပြီးတော့လည်းသူတို့ပျောက်သွားတယ်အော်ဒီမှာနောက်တစ်ကားလာပြီအဲ့ဒီကားလည်းဟိုစာအိမ်နံပါတ်94 GG 914ခွန်အလွတ်တောင်မှတ်မိသွားအဲ့ဒီလူကြီးတဲ့ကို့ပေါ်ကောင်းခဲ့တဲ့လူမဟုတ်တော့ကိုတိသွားတယ် GG 914ခွန်ဓမ္မဝိရလားအောက်လားအိမ်နံပါတ်94အမြဲတမ်းအဲ့လိုပြဿနာပြတဲ့အချိန်ကိုလေစောင့်ပြီးကျမကြည့်ဖြစ်တယ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့ think outside the box အမြဲလုပ်တယ်လေကိုကအဲအကြောင်းမလို့ကိုဘသူတွေဘာလုပ်နေပြီအဲ့ဒီပတ်ဝန်းကျင်မှာခဏခဏတွေ့ရတဲ့လူတွေကိုကျမကြည့်လိုက်လို့ရှင်အဲ့ဒီလူတွေဖြစ်တာများလို့ကျမမှတ်ထားလိုက်တာ GG 614ခွန်တိတ်တအောင်မမီဒုက္ခရောက်ရင်တော့မှတ်ထားနော်တိတ်တအောင်တာတစ်ချိန်ကျရင်လည်းတားကိုလည်းဒီလိုမျိုးပဲသူတို့ဒီလိုအတိုင်းပဲရိုက်မှာသိလားနေလူကြီးဖြစ်လာလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့နဲ့ဝေးရမှာနေနိုင်အောင်နေသူတို့နဲ့လုံးဝမနေဖို့အကောင်းဆုံးပဲသူတို့နဲ့နေလို့ရှိရင်နင်းကိုလည်းနေအမေဆောက်ယူမှနေလဲဆောက်ယူဆိုပြီးတော့အယူစရင်နဲ့ထည့်ပြီးတော့အယူဖြစ်ပါလေဆိုပြီးဆေးတွေမဟုတ်တဲ့ဆေးတွေမတောက်တဲ့ဆေးတွေအကုန်ထည့်ပြီးတိုက်မှာနင်းကိုအခုတော့မှဖေးမှာဆေးထိုးအပ်ရရင်နဲ့သူတို့ကလူရဲ့တန်ဖိုးထားတတ်တာမဟုတ်သူလူတန်ဖိုးသူတို့တိတာမဟုတ်သူတို့လိုချင်တာသူတို့ပတ်စံမယ်3:58ရှိပြီသား4နာရီနောက်1နာရီဆိုရင်မှပြီးတော့ဈေးရောက်ရမယ်သား
9နိုင်ပါ9နိုင်ပါဘူး
5F 83လုံးနဲ့ 5F 83လုံးနဲ့ကာမယ်လေးတွေ့လိုက်တယ် 5F 83လုံးနဲ့ 5F 83လုံးနဲ့ 5F 83လုံးနဲ့ထဲဝင်ကြည့်ပါခံရတဲ့ပြည်သူလူထုကအရန်ခံရတယ်ခံတော့မခံနိုင်ဘူးပေါ့နော်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုမဟုတ်မမှန်တွေကိုအတင်းလှုပ်ပြီးတော့ဘောင်ထဲကိုအတင်းရိုက်ပြီးထည့်တာကျမသူတို့စီကပတ်စံခိုးထားလို့လားဆိုတော့လဲပတ်စံလည်းမခိုးထားဘူးကို့အမေဖေစီကပတ်စံပြန်ခိုးတာရှိလားတာသမီးစေးသမားလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးအရက်သမားလည်းမဟုတ်စိတ်ကလတ်သမားလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးသူများမိန်းကလေးထက်တောင်မမီကတာသေးတယ်မိတ်ကပ်တွေပါလိမ့်နေရမဟုတ်ဘူးအိမ်အဝတ်စားအများကြီးဝယ်နေရမဟုတ်ဘူးသူများအဖေမေဆိုသူ့သားသမီးရဲ့လိမ့်ဖို့အတွက်မိတ်ကပ်တွေပါဝယ်ပေးသေးရဲ့လေသူတို့ကမိတ်ကပ်တောင်မဝယ်ပေးတဲ့အပြင်ကိုယ့်ကိုဒုက္ခပေးနေသူများအဖေမေသူကိုသားသမီးလေးကိုကောင်းစေခြင်းလို့ဆိုပြီးတော့အမလေးဟိုဥစားကောင်းရမွန်အောင်လှုပ်ပေးတယ်သူတို့ကကိုသားသမီးမဟုတ်တော့သူတို့ကလူကိုပြောရမယ်ဆိုတန်ဖိုးမရှိအောင်လှုပ်ပလိုက်တာအရန်ကြောက်ဖို့ကောင်းတယ် 2i 9805 2i 98051988နဲ့လေဆက်ဆက်မှုရှိလိမ့်မယ်ဒီလား1988နဲ့ဆက်ဆက်မှုကိုရှိလိမ့်မယ်ဒီအိမ်ကဘာဖြစ်လဲဆို1988တုန်းကလည်းဘာပြောလဲဆိုတော့ဟိုဥစားပေါ့ကလမကြီးဒီအထက်မှာနေသွားတဲ့လူကကလမတဲ့ယူနေရဆိုပြီးပြောတာဘေးအိမ်ကအဲ့ဟိုဥစားပေါ့ပြောရမယ်ဆိုတခင်စင်တို့အိမ်ဘေးနာလေးမှာပေါ့ကျမတို့ကတခင်စင်တို့နဲ့ကက်ရက်လေ1988နဲ့ဆက်ဆက်မှုရှိကိုရှိလိမ့်မယ်တော့မမီကိုဟိုလေးယူခဲ့ပဲပါမမီကောင်းအောင်ကျင်လို့တိတ်နောင်ဟိုလေးယူပေးပါမမီကောင်းအောင်ကျင်လို့ဟိုလေးယူပေး